Hello, everyone, and welcome to GTA 5. I had a small bit of microphone issues for whatever reason. It just didn't want to pick up the mic, so hopefully that is sorted. I don't know why it just forgot how to how to work, essentially. But we are here. It is time for some GTA races. We are starting on a very mad bridge circuit, which honestly can only go well. If you want to take part in tonight's stream, you are more than welcome to. I can't cycle down because I got kicked for an activity while we were setting up by accident. Ewan is the person to message who I can't actually move the cursor down far enough to. But send Ewan a message on Xbox. You've got to be on the enhanced version, and he will try and get you connected. Fingers crossed. We're having to start these streams nowadays in the actual races because free roam is broken. And as far as we know, it is continuing to be broken. So, yeah, basically. Hopefully, we will get everybody connected. Everyone who wants to take part, and so on. Drake, thank you very much for the donation. So, Top Gear intro time. Enjoy. On tonight's FailRace stream, we bet on the lemon for wins. Possible. We bet on the lemons for the crashes, definitely, and we bet on the lemons for the blame game. Also quite likely going to happen. P.S. Zolder-ish boost canal or a circuit at LS Airport. We can do definitely one of those. We can definitely head to one of those circuits, and yeah, we will get the race underway anytime soon, I think. I can shout at people, and hopefully they will hear. Potentially, they will figure out, or we could stay in here forever. We could just, this could be the stream. I could just not tell anybody to start the race, and we could just have a nice chill time. How has your weekend been? Has it been a nice weekend? It's been a surprisingly warm weekend for us here. I'm British, okay? We have to talk about the weather. It is literally mandated for all Brits that we must talk about the weather at least 50% of the time. Because it's so random and changeable. It's been lovely. It's been a very nice one. My office is very, very hot. So I do apologise. I've got my fan going. So if there's some background noise, I say let me know. I don't know there's much I can do about it. But yeah, do let me know. And I can try and tweak things a little bit. Because, yeah, my office is always uncomfortably warm. Indeed, Gliska is in charge. Gliska can decide when it is that we might start a race. Gliska has already picked the vehicles being vans. The vans can only go well. Also, my Woolalures are not working. Did the Woolalures come through the stream? Why do I not hear the Woolalures? The Woolalures are broken. Why are my Woolalures broken? Stream? Are they working for you? Because they're definitely not working for me. Why is that broken? I have more confusion and broken things. I don't know. The donation sound works for them. Okay, well that's good. Why I'm not hearing it is anyone's guess. The Woolalures are loud. Fantastic. Technology is being technology. Oh, we actually are racing mules. I was half expecting vans not to be mules. I don't even think I can hear my game. I've got so many audio issues currently going on, it would seem. So, oh, I know why I don't have game sound. Never mind, I don't have game sound, but as long as you do, that's fine. I don't really need to hear game sound. I've remembered why I don't. Never mind, I've had to plug some things in and move some stuff around, and I haven't plugged the game speakers back in, so that would be it. It is time for a race to begin. We are... I mean, okay, it's going to be fine up until we get to the first checkpoint, and everyone's going to pop out of ghost mode, and then it's going to be a whole lot less fine, basically. We're going for a very big dive bomb, and it's a bit too big of a dive bomb. And, yeah. We've got stuck. We have actually trapped Lado on the outside as well. Even if I'd made the corner, which I was going to struggle with, what didn't help is we got bumped, and then we had others blocking. Yeah, well, we can play at that game. we can do silly buggers down the straight. Now, This circuit, it is fast. It is a little bit more difficult to overtake on. Bump drafting should be possible with these. Although we don't really know. They shouldn't have the weird contacts, but whether you'll actually make much progress, there's a lot of understeer in them. A lot of, funnily enough, racing trucks, they do, these are not actual racing trucks, of course, racing just random they're not very good in terms of speed, in terms of handling, in terms of braking. We have got good slipstream down towards the first corner and the first, oh dear. It's the lemon. The lemon has caused problems. Jamie's missed a braking point a little bit down there. Well, Drake did say the lemon, bet on the lemon for crashes. The lemon hath given us crashes. That is for sure. And by the looks of it, Longbow is running away. I thought it was Liam, because it looked from a distance like the kind of dark sort of gunmetal grey. Oh, Kevlar's flying. That's not really what you want. We're side by side through these chicanes. I don't know where to go. We'll just kind of bump and push a bit. We'll be on the outside through here. Not really where you want to be. We might be able. We've still got some speed on the exit, but not quite enough. The hairpin is dangerous. I mean, it was always difficult at the best of time. It was always difficult at the best of times, and now we are in the middle of the pack. Joe is leading the way from Longbow. I'm going on the brakes. Chris has fallen over. We can sneak some positions here to the inside a little bit. That was actually quite advantageous. There was a mess on the outside of the hairpin. We were able to make the most of our opportunities. Got no slipstream though, unfortunately, on the exit. Danger Man is now out of ghost mode, but was not across in front in time. I mean, we're getting close. It looks like Longbow and Joe are going to win. It really looks like no one's going to be beating them. Got such a big lead at the moment. But there's a chance that we can make our way back through. Oh, what has happened to Liam? Nothing good, I'll tell you that much. I don't know whether Liam is lagging out or whether Liam had some other issues. Something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong for Liam, and I don't know what it is. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This time it's Ewan and... well, actually, Kevlar kind of helped turn us a bit. That's why I was trying to angle myself into the corner. It's worked. Like, we've got through the turn at least. There's a fair bit of ghost moding going on. I mean, it is a way to get around the hairpin when things are going awry. This is not going to work. I'm just going to put this out there. This is absolutely not going to work. We are 3 wide. It's going 3 wide now. Actually, amazingly, somehow, that has actually fitted on the exit. So Liam's in a really dangerous place. I don't know what's happened. Liam seems to have just like frozen. It could be controller glitch, but if it was, Liam's vehicle should roll forward. That's literally just like a locked entity now, which is very bizarre. So yeah, we're gonna have to be careful about that every lap, pretty much. Oh, the white vehicle got a lot of trouble on the curbs. We're all trying to slow down because basically me and Danger Man wanted to do, I think, what was the right idea. In that, just take a really tight lane. You can't go quickly there, but you do avoid getting stuck, essentially. Gliska has gone across for the slipstream from Danger Man. We are happy to sit here, actually. We can kind of push Danger Man forward. It works to help Danger Man out. We will drop in line behind Gliska, because we're not going to be able to do that. We will be side by side. We will put I don't know who is in the red vehicle, maybe Childish, I think, towards the outside. Ewan and Childish will run wide. That's fine. We shall hopefully get back into some slipstream down here. We've worked our way up to 11th. This is a difficult race to come from the back of the field forward. Very difficult, actually. But it's still Joe, Level 8 and Longbow up at the front. Bumpy is there with maybe a Hyper on the outside. we are trying to fend off from Ewan, which we have done. Lado's murdered Ewan. There's some bumping, there's some crashing, there's some silly. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would have gone on at this circuit? The track notorious for bumping, crashing, and silly. We're coming up towards half distance. We've made our way back from essentially last to 11th. So if we keep up this progress, maybe there's a chance for us by the end of a race. Do not brush. There's a railing on the outside there that is dangerous, to say the least. It'd be very easy for us to clip it and for the van to do something weird. Liam's now in ghost mode. At least it's moved. It's got enough movement. I don't quite know how Liam even ended up in ghost mode. How does that one work? The mysteries of GTA. Mysteries indeed. Level 8 is leading. Longbow and Joe are continuing to fight. If we could get some slipstream, we could maybe join in this battle. Dangerman actually being stuck out wide there might help me, because we'll be a little bit further back, although essentially we're just making a DRS train. That's almost what we're doing. Although it is with slipstream in van. It's not the most effective. And I'm a little bit I'm not quite close enough, because they're slipstreaming each other and I'm getting left behind, and there's nothing I can really do. My hope is that they'd slow each other down enough that I could join the little slipstream fest. And they do in places, but it's never enough, and I'm going to overdrive and hit a wall. Not quite. It's the annoying, tantalizingly close bit, and I can't catch. If the Woolers allowed, I might be able to change. I don't know, because I can't hear them, and I don't know why I can't hear them, because I absolutely should. There's no reason why. I know I don't have game sound. I figured that issue out, but there's no reason why I shouldn't have Woolers sound. I could change a volume that should control it, but the fact that I'm not hearing anything makes me wonder whether it will work. So we can guess it. We can guess. We can try. Can see what's going to happen. We're still stuck watching this fight because they can slipstream each other, and we're just stuck as a spectator at this point. I'm really hoping maybe this lap around we'll be close enough to actually stay with the group. I feel like surely this has got to be close enough to actually stay with the group. So it's back to Joe versus Longbow up at the front. We are now in this. We're essentially in this fight. It's not very well in this fight, but we are. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually push Danger Man, but slightly misaligned it on the back. I'm not actually interested really in overtaking here. This is more about, if it works, awesome. Oh. It's more about just getting around the hairpin and getting to the exit, which is good enough. There's a little bit of a gap behind Danger Man. No one's really got much slipstream going on down here. And again, as I said, it's just like a DRS train. We all get slipstream in this. No one really gets a huge amount of progress. Probably bubbling that curb was a bad idea. That one's not too bad. We get off there fairly well. We will try. So we have a little bit of a slow line on the way in. We can... No, we can still... Danger Man hasn't got the momentum just yet. There's now a big line of trucks for the lead. Not long to go. It's gonna be mayhem between now. There we go. There's a little bit of it already. It's gonna be mayhem between now and the finish of the race. So this outside line is technically a little bit faster. Problem you get is you run a huge risk. If you take that outside line and something goes wrong, it's really, really bad. Newt is out of position a little bit. It's got no slipstream down here, although has managed to steal most of it from Hyper, although we've still got better momentum here. We are looking at 3 wide into the chicane, and we get away with it, if only just at the moment, and then we're stuck on the wide line here. Well, we gave Glisker a little bump. Brazen then gave an even bigger bump. We still got caught on that outside with nowhere to really go. So far, the field has very much broken into 2 groups. We are at the back of the first group. It's 2 laps to go. and just about anything can happen. So I like the outside line here, but if the track gets blocked, the outside line is guaranteed to get blocked. Pretty sure I got fired off the bridge trying this outside line at some point. When we did a video around here, I'm pretty sure we got fired off the bridge on that stage. So it's dangerous, but as you see there, if I get it right, you make up some positions. We've made up 2 positions, and we've almost got to the inside of level 8, but I've got to brake because we're on a really tight line, although everyone's slow through here. Gliska's trying to get to the inside of a 3 wide, which is going to struggle to work. We are still forced out very wide. Is that Ninetales also going out wide? But we can get a slingshot, maybe on the exit. Danger Man's done well, actually, to carve through the field there. Also, 1 more lap to go. Hyper's leading, Joe's there, Bumpy's there. Longbow's lost out down this straight. Longbow's got no straight line speed. Ninetales is going to have to pick a lane. We're picking a lane. It is bump draft your friends on this one. Please, top 2 don't get stuck. Oh, it's very squishy. It's very squishy on the outside. It's fine. It's fine. We will get back in the draft. We've lost out on that one. In fact, me and Joe kind of we made a play, and I think it was worth a try, but in the end it wasn't going to work. Mute has sent it to the inside in a way that was a bit ambitious. It's not like you've got much chance, or so much choice at this point. This is going to end in absolute disaster. I'm trying to check up because Bumpy's got this, I think. We're trying to check up. We're trying to get some slipstream from Gliska. I'm trying to avoid Liam's stricken truck. That's in a really... He's even worse place now. I mean, it's a slipstream fest to the line in some ways. It's a huge gaggle of vans, and it's going to be 5th place for us. I'll take 5th. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Bumpy will claim victory. Who gets fastest lap? Chris gets fastest lap in 17th place. Yep. Joe, unlucky, led for the entire time and then got dumped at the end. We tried the outside line at turn 1 with Joe, and it didn't quite work. However, we did sort of slow down and cut back at turn 1, which did work. Not turn 1, sorry, at the final corner, essentially, and that did work. It got us a bunch of positions. 5th, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. That one, it could have been an awful. It could have got us so much worse. I'll take it. I'll take it. Brazen ends up 4th. Glister gets on the podium, which, considering where we were starting that final lap, but there we go. Yeah, well done, Bumpy. Well done, Bumpy. On that one, Brazen won a lot of money. I guess Brazen betted on. Brazen bet on Bumpy. I'm going to push it. I don't know how the betting works on this one. Brawler, thank you very much for the donation. Saying hi. I hope your weekend has been good. It has indeed. It has been a very good weekend. Lado, thank you for the donation. Saying thanks for dinner. Oh, you are most welcome. You are allowed 1 dinner when you're out of the dungeon, but then it is back to the dungeon afterwards. Brawler, thank you for the donation. Saying wake up, FailRace just started streaming. Of course, it's most important to watch a FailRace stream. Of course, very important. Bree, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, is there ever going to be another Car Park Wars video? Danger Man will have ears will have pricked up on that one. Yes, is the short answer. Yeah, there is. It won't be too far away either. So there we go. Good timing. Good timing on the thinking of Car Park Wars. Because, yeah, there is absolutely a new Car Park Wars, probably in the next couple of weeks. I don't know when exactly, but yeah, in the next couple of weeks, we are likely to see a new Car Park Wars. Lou Degoo, thank you very much for the donation, saying love the live content and appreciate that you actually put the links to the mods you use on the Beam videos. Here's a token of my gratitude. Thank you very much. A generous donation too. I try sometimes when some of the mods I haven't actually put on, I don't know how to find some of them. I try my best to link all the mods because at the end of the day, we want people to be able to enjoy the mods because, you know, if we're having fun with them, chances are you are going to. So I do try my best to to link mods as much as possible. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, the streams, and the Beam content, of course. We're all enjoying Beam. It's great fun. It's great fun. Michael Hansen, thank you very much for the super chat, saying, love your channel. Well, thank you. I'm very, very glad to hear. Hopefully you are enjoying today's stream. We've got some proper DTM cars coming up for you next. Should be a little bit more sensible a race. I'm not going to say the most sensible of races, because it's us lot. When do we ever have a sensible race? We don't, really. Oh. What the physics happened there? I'm just not allowed to have a good start on this one. I'm just not allowed to have a good start at all. We are cursed to have a... I presumed we were still going to be in ghost mode, but we were not. Oh, pink car flying. Oh, no, crane is a-flying. We can bail to the inside. I tell you what, the track is so much wider when you're in a... And that's a weird way of saying it, but because we're in actual cars, there's so much more room to escape from these crashes, and the cars are so much more responsive and everything. Yeah, it's so much nicer in these compared to the vans. Ooh, lots of moving under braking. I have murdered Brazen. Well, we used Bumpy to murder Brazen, but it was quite an effective... It was quite an effective accidental snooker shot on Brazen. Oh, Bumpy with a weird lag nudge forward. Christ, these are not quite flat out. On Ninetales is in a horrible place to have to try and rejoin there. Drake pings the... I think it's Drake. Nameplates are being funky and not showing. I'm having to guess based on colour at the moment. Because, yeah... GTA is GTA. GTA is broken most of the time. It's 4 wide up ahead. I'm just going to be early on the brakes here because we're not really... We're back to taking that really tight line. Ooh, we've got a little bit of lag. Not too bad. I mean, we actually managed to kind of straighten up Mute, and if anything, straighten up Mute, we'll go back across in front and give Mute some slipstream, and that will probably work. The issue we get is there's a few different, like, converging lines going on at that hairpin, and and a bit of converging lines going on here as well. If you end up on the tight line, it's good to avoid shenanigans, but you sometimes understeer a bit wide. If you end up on the wide line, you can make a bunch of places. However, you can also end up stuck in the wall. It's, yeah, it's dangerous. It's a difficult hairpin, this one. We are more committed to the inside line here, which is fine. The issue I've got is we're pinning Mute in, and I've got no slipstream on the exit. The reason why I'm pinning Mute in as much is I'm trying to sneak a bit of draft from Gliska, but I can't do it. Mute with a brave pass around the outside of everybody into the fast back chicane. Good work. I wanted to follow, but we were just a little bit too far back to do anything. Oh, back end snapped. That's going to cost us at least a place. It's just all of the momentum we had going on has evaporated, although the good news is we should now get the slipstream off Chris, although we've got level 8 and Salmon. We've got enough speed that we will stay ahead of Salmon, and we are to the inside at turn 1. Level 8 is going to dive wide. Chris is going to get a bit of oversteer. Level 8 is going to be quick on this exit. My goal was to kind of cut them off and get slipstream from the cars ahead, and that has worked, although level 8 never actually had to really lift. We've got a lot of pace, but we're not going to get close enough to do that. Ooh, big two-wheel moment for Mute there. Gliska's spun around. We had no other choice. Did we straighten them up? I don't know. We might have put them the other way. There's only so much I can do, really, on that one. Oh, God, it's very busy all of a sudden. Whoa. Okay, I thought I was clear to get behind that. I think Drake moved across as I checked, moved across, and then I think Drake did, which, yeah. Wish I had a rearview mirror sometimes in this game. Oy. Purple car is in the wall. There's a little bit of a scrape between those. We will get a excellent run down here with one side of the track to the other, and I've overdone it slightly. Big kick of oversteer. Have recovered it all. But I'm going to be on a wide line through here. Longbow leads. Longbow's having a good start to the stream. Racing around at the front. We will get big toe all the way down towards the first corner. We're going to be on the really tight line. That's okay. Don't mind that. It's a fairly safe line, and because we're the leader, I can actually move across and kind of take that position. Longbow's going to slipstream back past. That's fine. Dangerman and Ninetales are approaching. Mute with a lot of speed. Ninetales is going to get stuck. Nowhere to really go out there. Don't Don't get too brave through the chicane. No! Oh, no! We saved the two-wheel moment, but it was the cars ahead tangling. I said don't get too brave. I was actually more referring to oversteer. I wasn't referring to the Sentinel wanting to be a motorbike. It really wants to be a motorbike. But there we go. 3 wide, 4 wide, maybe into turn 1. Danger Man's enjoying a little bit of quiet time in this race. That tight, if I can get the tight line and you can get across on the exit, it's not too bad. Which we did again, but I'm not close enough to Danger Man to get slipstream, so everybody just comes piling past down this next straight. Right, maybe we don't be quite as aggressive on the curbs. As tempting as it is, because we were so fast through this corner last time out, we had such a good line. But as the cars ahead tangled, I couldn't avoid them because I was at the limit of my grip because I was busy being a motorbike. Oh no, not again. Having many... I didn't bump the wall, everyone ahead of me bloody did, and I still got affected the worst of all of them. A couple of laps to go. We're certainly still in the lead group. Plenty of chance here. By no means out of it. We can again get that kind of cut back on the exit. Not going to get the draft. I mean, we can get a little bit of the draft here. Just kind of snag the edge of it, and still we're kind of just there or thereabouts. We're to the chicane. I want to give Danger Man space, and I want to give level 8 space. I can't give everyone. There's just only so much room. You're in the middle of that. That's horrible to deal with. Level 8 was on 2 wheels and out wide. Can we... I mean, I was looking, can you defend for the run to the line? Now, we saw last time Bumpy did. Admittedly, that was in vans, and that's different. In these, it's going to be really tough to do. Longbow's actually to the inside of us. It's going to be a bump on the wall. We did manage to avoid it. Now we get a good... exit here. Me and Danger Man are going to the front. We'll go side by side through this next corner. Level 8 though is appearing very quickly. Oh god. It's 3 wide. I am a motorbike. Ewan is a bigger motorbike. It sounds like a weird insult, but yeah, that was just motorbike battles going on there. We're to the outside of Danger Man. I mean, we've made a little gap from us back. Of course, if that could have been the final lap, that would have been glorious. Unfortunately, isn't Chris has turned up, Brazen is here, Ninetales is here, a whole load of cars. Ninetales is going to struggle to stop that because that was with a lot of slipstream. Unfortunately, we just got stuck out wide. I couldn't get across because Chris was there, and we all got fired out wide. Brazen's to the lead of the race. So many cars have suddenly joined this group that weren't in it before. We're going to end up holding Drake out very wide. We've muscled our way through the pack there. It was maybe a smidge rude. I mean, there was width for a Sentinel on the outside. Not much more than that, but there was width for it. We got one more lap to go after this. Yeah. Don't know if Lombo quite realised I was there, as the initial contact wasn't great, but then it just tipped the car. It sort of continued the crash into us. I want to try and not get squeezed into the wall, but we do a little bit. Still fine. Well, I say fine, mostly fine. We're going to sneak a car to the inside here. Oh, big spin, massive wreck. It's the big one. It was always going to happen somewhere around this track, wasn't it? Brazen's into the wall. It looks like it's going to be probably between me and Brazen towards the line, unless anybody has a really big slipstream from further back. Here we go. It's the run to the line between the orange car and the yellow, and Brazen's a bit of a cheeky twat. I should have put him round, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a late move. If he'd done that and I'd steered hard left, I would have spun the Brazen-mobile out of the way. Probably should have done, to be honest. Although, actually, I don't even know if I would have quite got there in time. Even if Brazen had got in a straight line, I don't think we quite had the drive to the line. Which is unfortunate, but it is the way that it goes sometimes. It was definitely a last-minute defense on that one. Although I didn't have as much overspeed as I thought I was going to there. I did not have as much speed as I thought I was going to from further back. Yeah, that final lap was manic. It was always going to happen because we were trying to fit 4 or 5 cars wide down the bridge, and it's just all it takes is one GTA bump, and it just pinballs its way through the field. So there was a lot of cars unlucky in that one. It was a good race. The final lap, it went a bit downhill. Up until then, it was a very, very enjoyable battle. A good race. Some great overtakes. a lot of motorbikes occurred, shall we say. A lot of motorbiking occurred on on that one. I'd forgotten about Sentinels having a tendency, a fondness for doing that. I'm not sorry. Thank you very much for that. And saying, good sir, I would like to request the most annoying, chaotic race in your arsenal. Oh God. We can come up with something. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, according to Skoda, it took 1,187 new parts to turn the favourite into the heavily revised Felicia of 1994. The company described this comprehensive facelift as a technically demanding redevelopment. There we go. There we go. Yeah, sure. That seems like almost just building a new car at that point, rather than a facelift. But that's a lot of parts for. Oh, actually, no, sorry, it wasn't just a facelift. Well, I don't know. That is basically just let's build a new car from Skoda. Caleb, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, I'm pretty sure today is the 4th anniversary of when I first found your channel. So to celebrate, I'd like to request a track I liked in video but haven't seen on stream. Pessimistic Twat Rallycross. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, we can run that. That is that is no problem at all. We can hopefully have a go with that. However, the first track on the order, well, it was Zolder-ish, Boost Canal, or Circuit LS Airport. Now, Boost Canal I'm not going to run because I like my sanity. Zolder-ish... Have we run Zolder-ish on a stream? I don't think we have. We can race Zolder-ish. I like Zolder. Zolder is actually one of my favourite real-world circuits. Zolder-ish. Here we go. This is a Brazen creation. That's pretty damn good recreation, actually, of Zolder. All things considered, you know, considering it's made in GTA, it is a very, very good recreation here. So, I will be back to being host. So it will be my fault if the car selection is crap. Pretty much. We will invite everybody in. Now, if you would like to take part, there are still a few spaces, I believe, in this. Ewan is the person to message the name alongside where it's highlighted, who's currently just joining. Yeah, send Ewan a message. You will need to be on Xbox. You will need to have the enhanced version of the game if you want to join. But we will try and get you connected. Now, the GTA A is being a bit funky at the moment, and B, you might get disconnected as we go through. You'll get probably dumped into private lobbies. We'll try and invite everyone from a previous race to try and keep everybody together as best as possible. But it's GTA, right? We really don't know quite how it's all going to pan out, essentially. Yeah. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works to get enough people in and all that. Yeah. FIA Stewards, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, for distracting us with Cloud Simulator, Alex hereby gets a 3-second penalty for the next race. Jim, that is how penalties for GTA being GTA is, right. Well, I can do with it. To be fair, that probably... I'll probably still actually be at the back, but we can... I will launch off the line first, because otherwise I cause a crash. But then, yeah, sure, we'll have a 3-second penalty. That's fine. Go for it. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Gary Keenan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one correctly, but thank you very much for the super chat saying, tell us a cheesy joke / pun about cars. I don't have any prepared. Chat, do your worst car pun. I don't have any ready on the top of my head, unfortunately. I say I probably should, but at this precise moment in time, I can't say I can think of any. But chat will, I have no doubt, come up with some really good ones. Because chat does like to make terrible puns that make us go boo, essentially. So I'm sure chat will fill in the void. We'll come up with the terrible puns. Right, I think we're gonna go. I don't know if we've got anyone else on the way. We'll try and get people in as best as possible. But let us start. So we're going to drive the tuner category of vehicle here for our first race. 6 laps, maybe a bit short, I don't know, we'll see. I can't remember how long the laps are around here. Right. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna have okay, we've got all sorts. I don't know what car I want. I feel like I'm going to go Dominator. So I'm going to have a 3-second penalty. So I will launch, pull over as best as possible out of the way, and then go again. We probably won't get dumped all the way to the back, to be honest, because we start from pole. I don't know. It depends. It depends. We can dive to the right here. We can dive right and stop on the blue stuff. And hopefully everyone is going to behave themselves. So if we dive over here, I'll wait for a timer to come up. So we'll 4, 2, 1, go. Right. Okay, we do go to the back. That's fine. Sure. We will do that. And yeah, we will try and work our way up through the field as best as possible. Oh, Zolder was where I did the front flip, wasn't it? With the Audi, I think it was. Oh, there's already been a kerfuffle up ahead. So, yeah, the curb's not too bad, but you do have to be a little smidge careful about that outside one. There's already been another big shunt. Brazen's gone round in the middle of the pack, which is not great. We're already back up to 14th. And, oh, big slipstream. Yeah, the white car did not realise we were coming across. I got stuck on the outside of a Supra that was barely slowing down for that corner. I was on the brakes much earlier. I just couldn't get turns because there was a bloody purple Supra in front of us. We will get across. Oi! And off goes a bumpy. And that is all fine. Right, here we go. In the draft. We're almost up into the top 10 at this point. This is... it's like Verstappen levels of... suddenly we can cut our way through the field. And... so we started alongside Lado on the grid. We are going to almost lead the first lap at this point. We've got one more chicane to go. And... carefully does it. It's actually quite a long run down to the start-finish line here. Gliska is there. We are second. We are second across the line from having to stop and wait until the very end of that. That's a pretty damn good recovery drive. We're straight back into the fight on this one. Oh, that's a lot of understeer. I bailed. Well, I realised I was understeering quite a lot, and then Gliska realised they were understeering. Gliska, I think Gliska at some point realised, you know what, I'm not going to make it, so I'm actually better off just take the jumps and straighten the car out afterwards. We had so much speed through the centre there, but can't hold on to it. Danger Man with the curb got a little bit more of an advantage. The Dominators are definitely doing well here. There is a Porsche behind us. There's a couple of... is that a couple of Jesters? Yeah, Ewan and Level 8 are in those. We try... that was only really a half look. Don't have the need to get for an overtake into that chicane. It's better off just wait for an easier time where you're not going to end up jumping across a big curb that could cause you issues. Ewan at warp speed to the inside. Oh, sorry, Danger Man. I got a bump from a Gliska into you ever so slightly. You did get away with it, thank God. That would have been very unfortunate. Right, to the final chicane we go. Brazen with quite a nice lead, although we're going to get a great slingshot off of this corner, but it's not quite... it was a great run, but it wasn't enough because we were actually a little bit too close to the cars ahead. Level 8 is going to pass to the outside into turn 1. Ewan with a big kick of oversteer. We're going to bounce some curbs a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, level 8! Level 8 went to cut back underneath Brazen, which is fair enough. I wasn't expecting them to, and I had already committed a slightly different line. Sorry, level 8. It was one of those sort of converging lines, and that could have ended really badly. Luckily, it didn't. Luckily, it dropped level 8 a few places, but it was easily recoverable from that. Ewan sent it across the curb. Brazen's jumped Gliska. That's a way to go, I think. In all of that, we're going to try and slot back into 4th. That's fine. So, the Porsche leads from the 2 Supras. Then we've got a plethora of Mustangs. Well, we've got another Supra, is that? I think, coming to join the party. Brazen with move to the outside. And we will try and follow that yellow machine through the pack if we can. We will move up a position. Ewan almost got the stop sticks, did not. We can bounce some curbs. I mean, I'm on the racing line here, but it's almost 4 wide into the final corner. Ninetales fires through. Won't have any speed on the exit there. Ends up blocking in level 8. We've got all the momentum we could want. Shame it's not the final lap, because Gliska and Danger Man have got the hell of a push on that outside line. That was an impressive amount of speed through there. You could tell we're all pushing more and more. Gliska with a big flip. That's what I did with the Audi. Yeah, you've got to be really careful on those curbs. Sometimes, most of the time, you get away fine. But every so often, the front just digs in somewhere and goes for a massive flip. We are 3 wide. Oh, Brazen with a big twitch. Oh, well dodged. Well dodged, everyone. Yeah, Brazen brushed the curb, got oversteer, and because we were 3 wide, I couldn't move to get out of the way of that. And Danger Man was at the limit of grip. That was unfortunate, but that can happen through there. Ninetales was a little far. I didn't think Ninetales was going to go for a pass. I thought Ninetales was going to follow us through there. That's why I kind of went across, because I just wasn't expecting the nose to get shoved there. It would have probably been quicker just to follow me through there. But there we go. It happens. Level 8 is to the front of the pack. We've got momentum. Will we pass Salmon down here? Looks like we will. Okay. Bumpy is going to go for the lead of the race. No, is Bumpy going to stop that in time? They do. They had the lead very briefly, and then they lost the lead. We've recovered ourselves back up into 5th. I mean, yeah, despite the big slide. I mean, Danger Man actually got out of that slide fairly well. It's not really lost much. Brazen did actually come out a bit worse. He's back just about to see fighting with Lado. We've got no slipstream. It's just died. Why did that just give up? Now we've got it as we approach turn 1. I'll take it. Don't hit that inside curve too hard. Gliska's gone exploring. I think that was. I'm not 100% sure. Definitely a car has gone exploring through there. We've got... Oh, Hyper hit the curb. So what happens, you get, is... the back of the car hits one of those curbs and it gets launched in the air. And then because the back's gone in the air, the front is then facing down into the tube. And if it's at a steep enough angle, it just digs into the tube and grabs the car and snaps it around. That's what we saw happen. So that happened to me in the video on this circuit. It's what happened to Gliska at the start of this race, and we just saw happen to Hyper in a different place. I haven't seen someone where Hyper just did that. I haven't seen that one before. But yeah, it can happen. It's a slight frustrating thing, but however you do kind of curbing, there's always some sort of frustration, so to speak. Oh, we're going to get stuck out there. Yeah, I was trying to make the most of any opportunities and avoid the crashes, and oh no, I can't get the car back in a straight line. Oh, this has not gone great this lap. Yeah, it was Doyle and Ewan just tangled, and as everyone was catching up while all of the fighting was going on, we just found ourselves in trouble. Gliska got a little bit connected to the back of our car. Gliska's not had a great race either. They've been just entangled in stuff. It's not really their fault. They couldn't really do anything about that. It all started with, yeah, Ewan and Doyle getting tangled up, and it just snowballed its way through there. I've got no slipstream. Sorry, Brazen. I was trying to go to mute because I've got no slipstream again. It just doesn't want to work sometimes. Now it's kicking in way too late to be of any real use here. Who is that leading? Danger Man has a pretty nice lead, although of course has no one to slipstream with. Chris is on that tight line. Ewan is going to understeer wide. Oh, we get a little bit of a tag. Chris is all sorts of crossed up. That's fine. This back straight. Oh, there's been a bump and a flying car through there, we will get through this section. Now, the real question is, okay, A, will I miss that checkpoint? Thankfully, no. Can we get in the slipstream of the cars ahead? If we can, we might be able to catch up to Danger Man. We'll pass Mute, and if we can pass Mute, slingshot into Longbow, we could, or up to Danger Man, whichever works, to be honest. We might be in a good place for this one, for the battle to finish line. We are right there. We're definitely involved in this. We're in the fight. We're 100% in the fight. There's sort of 4 or 5, there's 5 or 6 of us actually now that are pretty much there. The rest of the pack is spread out a little bit more. We will bounce some curbs. It's me versus Danger Man now, heading into the final corner. Joe is going to send it to the inside. Ninetales is there as well. What we might end up doing is, we're still alongside, we're still there, but I think Danger Man is going to get it. Yeah, we can't quite do it. Well, Joe has put us in a wall like a twat. I should have spun Joe again. I mean, yeah, we were on the outside. I don't have to give Joe any space. We had the nose there. Joe wanted to take a racing line through there, but I'm not going to make my car disappear on the final lap. I was hoping I was going to be close enough to Danger Man to... actually, I don't know whether... I was just looking it back. I don't know whether I might have bumped the back of Joe's car. It might have GTA physicsed us into the wall. Because I think we did ever so slightly tap the back. It might have turned the car. Not sure. Yeah. I was hoping we were close enough for that slipstream run to the line. However, not quite. But there we go. I don't know what position we actually finished in. Whether we got 3rd or 4th. We did end up 4th. It was very close. It would have been a hell of a photo finish between me and Ninetales. It would have been an amazing photo of Ninetales on the track and me climbing the wall. It would have been glorious. It would have been absolutely glorious. But sadly not one that we would ever get to see. But there we go. Drake, thank you very much for the donation, saying terrible pun alert. How do you know when your tyres are smoking? When they dump their ash on the tarmac. I thank you, goodbye, and thanks for all the boos. You will definitely get a boo from me, and you will probably get a boo from chat as well. I am sure they will give you a boo on that one. Right, we want to do that. Let's drive some classic car. I don't know what classic cars are on. We drove classics. You know what? Screw it. Let's go mad. Let's go supercars. Sure, why not? What could go wrong? Now, as I have said, if you would like to take part, there is still a few spaces. Ewan is a person to message who is not in the game. Hold on. Have we lost Ewan? Am I blind? It is entirely possible that I am blind, but I think we may possibly have lost a Ewan. Never mind, I take back what I just said. Do not well, I mean, you can message Ewan, but at the moment we're going to struggle to get you back in the game, because we appear to have lost a Ewan. Fantastic. Well, hopefully we will get a Ewan back, and then if you want to take part, send a message to Ewan, whose game tag is alongside where we have highlighted, who is at the bottom, trying to get connected. And yeah, if you're playing on Xbox on the enhanced version, hopefully we'll be able to get you into the session. I mean, fingers crossed we'll be able to get a Ewan back into the session, otherwise we have some problems. Kind of breaks the whole, you know, a normal inviting plan. It's Ewan's broken. Oh no. broken GTA. It's not even... It's not normally the way we break... Oh, there we go. Well, maybe there we go. Possibly there we go. We shall see. Did anyone's guess? Oh, I was going to try and turn down the Woolaloos a little bit. I don't know whether this is going to work. Chat will have to tell me whether that's made the Woolaloos slightly less loud. I don't know what's going on with them. We've got Ewan back. Fantastic. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, during Bravo development, Fiat boss Paul Cantrella, maybe, was keen to address the reputation for flimsiness and took a leading member of the quality control team to one side for a pep talk. If this car squeaks and rattle, I'm going to physically harm you. Well, I mean, I definitely get the idea, in as far as, yeah, Fiat did not have a great reputation. I don't know if the Bravo was actually good. I feel like it wasn't. But maybe it didn't squeak and rattle, I don't know. I don't think I've ever sat in or been in anywhere near... Well, I've been near it, but I don't think I've ever sat in one or driven one. Well, if I've not... You know what I mean. Yeah, I know nothing about the Bravo, basically. Right. Supercar. 7 laps. What could go wrong? Let's go and see what happens around this circuit. Fully expecting a boo. Thank you for the donation. Saying, what do you call a married Japanese car? Miss... Oh, God. I get the joke. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Miss Subishi? There we go. Oh, my brain really struggled to figure out how to do that word. You know, I'm half tempted not to give you a boo because, you know, you were fully expecting one. And if people are going in expecting one, we can't do that. But I think it's going to get a boo. Majority from chat right there. Okay. Torero XO. Let us see what might happen on this race. This time that we don't have to... Oh, I was actually expecting Whisker to go... well, never mind. I was about to say, with this race we don't have a penalty, but then we got spun by Brazen. So we had a Brazen penalty applied anyway. Not quite as big as go to the back of the field, but never mind. It's got... Oh, no. Never mind. It's basically going to be a go to the back of the field. I didn't intend to, didn't want to. Just there was no space. There was... No, Chris has waited. I mean... Yeah, it was an unfortunate chain reaction of cars, and I was just squished in the middle. I think Chris actually even got bumped as well into that one. It's unfortunate, but oh bloody hell, there's been some flying Lamborghinis. I'm going to guess the attack on the curb. Why on earth did you move over so much? Yeah, that's a bit... It was a very late move and a weird... Not even a really helpful move, but never mind. Anyway, we've got lots of speed down here. We will slipstream our way through the pack. Oh, God, not stopping. Bumpy's even less stopping. Oh, Bumpy's a little bit laggy. Okay, well, yeah... If you've got a little bit of lag, the whole not stopping, you can't really help, because the car probably did stop, it just lagged forward and backwards. So, there we go. We will clobber the curb quite hard there, but that's fine. We were back to not quite as good as the first race, however, still an okay recovery. We'll be there by the... Oh, no. Oh, Lado got in trouble. Okay, I mean, this car is quite a lot quicker than the first race, so... You're approaching these corners with a lot of pace, and the car has grip, but you're also attacking the corner way faster, so yeah, you're still going to have to lift, you still have to brake. In fact, in some places I think you need to have a much bigger brake and so on with this car. We've got a big run down here, but it's a big run at a really awkward point. Yeah, and we bumped the red car. I don't know who that was, whether it's Childish, perhaps. A small man. I was just too late on the brakes at that one and fired them over the chicane. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to catch up to the pack. I got a little. I could have. I mean, hindsight is 2020. I shouldn't have gone for the pass on. I think it was the white car. I should have gone for the pass on that. I should have stayed behind it because it was. I would make the corner. That was no problem. The difficulty was getting it stopped, not run into small man, and we just misjudged it the wrong way. Essentially, you know what? I'm going to lift and go in line because if we do that, we can go take racing lines through here, and then. Oh, I've actually got too close because I've got no slipstream because I'm right up the back of the car ahead. This lap has not been so good. We have not made the progress we wanted to. We will have to hope that... Oh, no. The car's facing the wrong way. It's never... A corner where you're committed, you never want to go round and find a car facing the wrong way because if you're already full lock, full commit, there's nothing you can do about suddenly going around a corner and finding a car. Thankfully, this track's quite wide, so you'll get away with stuff like that. It's a big squabble of cars going on up ahead. We will get some slipstream off the back of Drake, and that will just slingshot us forward. I mean, we're almost back in the fight. Childish had an issue on the exit of the chicane there. We are pretty much back in the fight now. I mean, the top 14 are separated by... But I don't think Drake's that far behind. So this whole top pack is separated by not very much time at all. It's going to get busy. You're going to have to pick and choose your moments to make passes, and at some points I suspect you're going to be able to pass a heap of cars, but you're going to have to be really careful. Big dives. So like Bumpy there, trying to get to the inside of Doyle. If Bumpy's too late on the brake, or like Bumpy can pass the white car, however, we'll struggle to stop it before running into the cars in front. There's always difficulty when you're following a big line of cars. We actually just got a good exit somewhere, and have... As I said, we just picked an opportunity perfectly in this instance to make some passes stick. Danger Man going around the outside. That's fine. We left space. I actually think Danger Man was going to understeer wide. They did not, and have gained that position, although it has understeered wide through the next corner. We've got a good run, but all I could do with it was bump into Valentine and try and push the green car a bit further forward, which semi-worked. Here comes... that slipstream onto the back straight. I am not close enough because everyone's gone the other side. Danger Man with a huge amount of slipstream on a horrible line into the chicane. Has got it stopped. Everyone was actually quite sensible there because Danger Man was at one of the worst angles you could be heading into that chicane. So it's actually quite lucky we've all sorted that out and behaved ourselves. It's rare that I say that about us lot, but it is true. It's sometimes... Oh no! How on earth Ewan only killed themselves in that? Level 8 has unfortunately killed a few more. I'm going to shut up because, you know, I was impressed with how we all managed to deal with one accident, and then we had another one almost immediately. It's the FailRace guarantee. Although again, yeah, Ewan's crash somehow not too bad. I think it was maybe a little bit of kind of aftermath of Ewan's crash as we were all dodging out of the way of that one that caused problems. But never mind, we are up into second. Valentine's not going to have any room to go around there. Oh, we did not get that corner right at all. We got the turning all wrong. Oh, with the cut across. Going to struggle to stop it. I'm struggling to stop it. Valentine might get all of us. Can't quite do it. I'll tell you what, if I hadn't seen what Gliska was doing in time, I could have very easily have spun their car. If I'd stayed in the throttle, I think I would have clipped the back of it. It would have been millimetres apart if I hadn't clipped it. We can sit on the curb. Well, Doyle and Drake are here. Ninetales is going to go to that inside line. There's space. Doyle with a big air time. Gliska with a great exit. That's the line I want to go follow. Valentine's broken the wing, as has Drake. I don't know how much difference it makes on this car, but the wing, as you can see, the wing on their car is down. That is normally a symbol of damage, essentially, on the back of the car. I don't know if Gliskus is working. I think it was when I saw it come past. We've got some speed to the outside. This is not the easiest corner to make an overtake work on that wide line. You get a good exit because you can bounce some curbs, but it is tough. And Drake's got the slipstream on the cars ahead, as do I. Again, it's that whole DRS train is occurring. At the moment, Ninetales on the curb, gets spat sideways. We can sneak across. Unfortunately, it's a great run to the line, but it's 1 lap too soon. 2 laps too soon, actually. A lot of cars now have joined this lead group. Hyper's to the lead. also minus a wing. In theory, those cars without a wing are going to be a bit more oversteery. Yo, no, it's getting... Sorry, Gliska. Yeah, it's that typical 3 wide in that if I turn in too much, I'm going to bounce off of Hyper, and then I have to kind of bail out of that one, and Gliska's stuck on the outside. We've all got away with it. Like, yeah, Gliska had to bail on that corner, but because of the slipstream and the catch-up, everyone is okay, basically. Everyone got away with that one. Gliska with a big airtime. Us with a bit smaller airtime, a little bit more controlled, a little bit more contained. We'll get massive run up the hill. I mean, I love this spot as an overtake on the real Zolder circuit. Oh, back end sliding. Great, a great exchange between me and Gliska there. Swapping positions all the way through the chicane. And we're going to go do it again now. Because we'll just dive. Actually, we'll be passed long before the corner. We can take that line through there that we want. We can do the double curb boost on the exit. However, Gliska will either dive to the inside here and pass on the way into the chicane, or was going to just slipstream past us on the exit. Oh, big problem on the curb. Now, if I'm battling for the lead and the other car could do that, that would be helpful, although Gliska would almost win it. I don't even know who would have won that one, even with that big bump. Drake is to the inside. That's fine. Oh, Drake's a little bit laggy, but no worries. There was enough space, and we dealt with that one. Can we get underneath? Oh, I think I might have lag bubbled Gliska. I'll just have a little lift, and they will retain the lead of the race. There's 4 of us here. Danger Man makes 5, and that's probably who this race is going to be between. So the other pack looks a little bit far back. You never know. I'm the only one with a working wing currently. I don't know if Danger Man does or not, but there we go. I might have the slightly more stable car of the lot. Oh, there is contact up ahead. Gliska shoots the middle. That's such a brave pass, but it worked. Valentine's got dumped out of it a little bit. I've not really been able to make the most of it because I had to lift because Gliska was suddenly there and I almost put that car around. Drake was ambitious through that corner and there's not really much of a gap through there. It was worth a try, but that was always going to be a really tough pass to pull off, essentially. We are to the inside, but I can't get the move done because Gliska is right there. Now, are we going to be close enough? We are going to be close enough to have a look to the inside, into the chicane. We bobble the car, though. We are... Oh, the issue we've got... Well, the issue Gliska's got is they can't get any slipstream. No one's got any slipstream because Gliska was too close. Victory goes the way of the orange car. Great race. Great battle. Fantastic. What a race. What a race, what a final battle, what a final lap battle as well in all of that. We will claim victory. Gliska is second, Valentine's on the podium, Danger Man is fourth. Unlucky, I mean all of us at the front here had a great battle. Ninetales end up fifth ahead of level 8, Hyper is seventh ahead of Bumpy, Drake and Longbow would round out the top 10. Ugh. There we go. Win 602 has been completed. That was a really good race. That was really good battles. Me and Gliska managing to swap places about 3 times in one chicane was honestly very impressive. I don't quite know how we got away with it. Yeah, there was a couple of bumps. Small man, I apologise for the murder at some point on that. We did wait on that. Yeah, a couple of bumps along the way. That's a great track. That is a fantastic track. It always is. So, yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. The game is a little bit laggy. You're not wrong. We have had a little bit of lag going on today. A little bit more than normal. It's not the worst. It's certainly not the worst we've had it. But, there we go. Baller, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, what do you call a car with an injured joint? A Nissan. You are definitely going to get a boo from me, and I am sure a boo from chat. Chaos, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, I would like to see a track made by Lemon. we don't even call them praise anymore. Just we want a track made by the Lemon. Well, the next track was a request for a crazy circuit, and well, the Lemon makes crazy circuits. We can definitely see I think actually, well, to be fair, Zolder was also a track made by Brazen. But we can definitely have... apparently, it is the request for... it is the stream of Brazen shenanigans today. What Brazen track have we not done for a while? The questions, the ponderies. The Class Clown, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, knock knock. Who's there? Boo. Boo-hoo. No need to cry. You are definitely getting a boo for that one. It is just a boo. There's no boo-hoo, it's just a boo. A big boo to you. From me, and I have no doubt from chat. It is the cult of lemon today. Right, let's go find a Brazen circuit. Ah, that's a survival race. Okay, those don't work. I can't remember. Brazen's made so many. Jolly Boost. We did that one a little. We're trying to go to one that we haven't gone to for a while. Okay, we're gonna try to go to a Brazen track that we haven't done for a little while, and not one that's going like Carplinko. Actually, you know what? That can just be deleted. We don't want to do Carplinko ever again. It was a funny idea, but more frustrating than anything. So yeah, we're not going to go there. It's fun. It's not too silly. That's an option, maybe. That doesn't work, sadly. There are more. Highway Glitchfest is always a firm favourite, actually. If I can't find another Brazen track on this list, I probably will just go Highway Glitchfest. Because that's... is entertaining. Kingdom of Hills... that's... doesn't really work. That's just a sensible, fun track. Nothing wrong with those. What have we got? Still scrolling through. I mean, we could do the tubes, although we did do that last week, or we did a version of that last week, I think. Overload Misfortune. Oh, they're such wonderfully painful circuits. Supercar is quite fun. That doesn't work, I don't think. You know what? Let's do it. Highway Glitchfest. It is actually one of my favourite of the Chaos circuits, that is for sure. If you haven't seen this track before, maybe some of you watching are yet to witness this this circuit. It is astonishingly crazy. You know, we'll turn wanted levels off for the first race. They'll go on for the second. We're essentially going to be racing into oncoming traffic. There'll be boost pads launching traffic at us and us at traffic. It's hold on to everything and hope. You can sometimes just get unlucky. You can sometimes just have cars flung at you and have nothing you can do about it. You've got to deal with chaos that is going to occur, essentially. Oh, hello, Kitty Cass. Hello. Oh, no, you're not Kitty Cass. You're Eve. You headbutted me like Cass does. No, don't step on the keyboard. Oh, you chunky bugger. Excuse me. Where are you going? Evie. Can't see any of chat anymore. Sorry, chat. There's a cat in the way. I mean, she's cute, so she gets away with it. Oh, you've now just walked into the microphone. Eve! What are you doing? Hello? You're not... Oh, there you are. You are going to meow, but you're going to meow very quietly. You're not going to meow into the microphone, are you? Oh, praises, I meant to update this, but I didn't do it. Okay. Now, as far as car selection goes, I can't remember if this is locked or not. Oh, there's Cass. I thought you were in the office. Eve, you've just swiped me with your tail. I think the cars are locked. If the cars aren't locked, basically run what you want, but don't drive anything armoured. Okay? I think they're locked. But if they aren't locked, yeah, run what you want. Just, you're not allowed any armoured cars for this. No, Eve's going to sit on my hand. Sure, thank you, Evie. You will make racing very difficult. You've just flopped on my hand. Right. I should say, shall we begin? I don't think anyone's ready. However, Oh, Eve, you've got claws in my leg. Could you not put claws in my leg, please? That would be much appreciated. Do you know that, right? Okay. Let's go. We have got the Distracto pet moment. I mean, this is a regular occurrence. It is a regular occurrence. We have Distracto cats. 4 laps is probably all we're going to want with the SUVs. I think we might be in the Patriot limo. I think this might be locked to the Patriot limo. I can't remember for sure. I get the feeling that that's a very brazen thing to do. It would be the most brazen thing to do, to be fair. No, it is not locked. Right. I know the car I want. Where is it gone? I've forgotten the name of it immediately. It's XLS? Eve! You've just knocked half my cabinet. Don't you meow at me! You've jumped up and knocked a bunch of Hot Wheels off. You are not only a fat cat, but you are also a twat cat. Why did you make a mess of that? You climb up there all the time and don't knock stuff off. Well, a bunch of Hot Wheels just took a swan dive. Thankfully, they were still in the box. Almost knocked the YouTube play button off as well. I need to do something about you climbing up there. Yeah, we need to stop you climbing up there. Don't quite know how, but we will try. I spy a lemon. There is a lemon in a mupava alongside Evie. You've literally... That's... Oh. Distracto cat is very much on the go here. Oh no. Oh, please get down. Please get down. Did not. Overshot. I thought we would be going slow enough that we would actually be able to get that checkpoint. We were not. Oh, I was trying. I didn't want to. A load of us overshot. I didn't want to get in the way of cars racing, which is why I was trying to turn across as quickly as possible. But it's not off to a good start. I should have done what I think it was what Lado did actually. Slowed down and jumped off the side. I just didn't think we were going to be going quick enough to overshoot that one on the first lap, but I was absolutely categorically wrong. So there we go. It's recovery drive time. We might be able to do something. I think it's going to be difficult, but this track you never know. Whoa, hello. Yeah, this track, we never really know what you might see. So how on earth is that car? How is that Park Ranger car on the wrong side of that wall? Honestly, very impressive. That is mighty impressive. I don't know where the gap is going to be down here. I'm just seeing cars flinging around. More cars are flinging around. I'm on the brakes. We're in the air. There's someone going to space. Whoop. There was an Urus suddenly in front of everything. And we will do that. We're alongside with Bumpy. Oh no! We've got turned and now we're still being turned. Oh, actually, going backwards is not too bad down here. Because at least... Oh, never mind. Still having trouble. At some point, I might point the right way. We have cleared the... Well, we've also missed the checkpoint and I'm stuck on top of a Sabre. Can we get off the Sabre, please? Okay, we are free. Whoa! Someone's throwing an apostrophe at us. Oh, and I've been hummered. Well, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate for us. Don't you fire a shafter at me or whatever. There's a random person stood on the motorway, as you do. Sure. Why not? Why not have a random person stood on the motorway? What could go wrong? There is a vehicle has fallen off. I don't know who that was who fell off. Right. I'm going to just tap the brakes because I don't want to overshoot this. That's much more like it. We may have had a little bit of slipstream this lap on Shadow. I don't quite know how much, but it works. Hello, Eve. I don't know what you're meowing about. You've already caused enough chaos. You just want to break stuff, pretty much. I spy a big selection of SUVs climbing over this bit. Oh, bit of an oversteer moment from us. we are a long, long way back. I mean, we're not catching the leaders. They're already 40 seconds ahead. Now, bad things can happen around this circuit. It is true. There can even be entire track-blocking accidents. However, it's unlikely to affect enough cars. Oh, bloody hell. And then there's that. I just can't catch a break in this one. It is just, yeah. What can you do? Well, there wasn't even any boost pads. I guess maybe a lot of slipstream suddenly appeared. Something. I don't know. Oh, that's a narrow section. Go on, Brazen. We will push the lemon through that bit. There is a lot of tumbling cars. I'm guessing at a gap appearing down here. It appeared for a little while. Oh, hey, thanks, Hyper. And still spinning around. Oh, what? I'm stuck. Oh. Yeah, it's just not gone well. It's how it goes on this track sometimes. I've had some very lucky runs here, and I think this is the revenge for the lucky runs. It's just we get killed by. The track was so blocked, I don't quite know what we could have done, really. We picked a line and just hoped that we'd push cars out of the way, but when that's... As soon as we got sort of stuck... That's for the spin. We're down in 20th. That's for the spin. You were going to reset anyway at that point. It just... That's the revenge for the petty spin. Cranes... Great. Oh god, what the hell was going on there? That was a very glitchy vehicle somewhere. We're 17th. Somehow we're actually 17th. I don't quite know how. Is a top 10 possible? I think unlikely. Yeah, that's not going to happen. It's 34 seconds down the road. We need the track blockage to affect the leaders and to have cleared by the time we get there, which is unlikely. But we are going to go for hopeful. No, actually, we've got such a big gap. If we pass Shadow, there's such a big gap to anybody else. I think it's going to. Ooh, that's a really horrible negotiate through there. I wanted to go to the inside of the grey shafter, but oh, Sabre, where are you going? I don't know where that Sabre's going. It's just stuck on the front of us. I can't get rid of it. Oh no. Never mind. We have negotiated that section eventually. Oh god, this is weird. I mean, we've done this track a few times. Normally the stuff does despawn, but the amount of traffic. Oh, why have I fallen over? I don't even know what way's up anymore. Oh, game. Just put my car on. Where am I going? Not that way. I got hit while I was upside down by something, and that's really not helped. Chris has turned up. Oh, no. That's fine. And there's the G-Wagon. At some point, I'm going to miss that checkpoint, and that's going to complete the terrible race experience for us. We've actually come out of that in the 17th, and Brazen and Gliska are right in front of us. So there's a chance. There's a chance of a couple more places, and if we're having the worst luck possible, I feel like there's also chances for others to have equally terrible luck. Gliska, I think, tried to go around the outside of Brazen. It didn't quite work. We're going to tap the brakes over the jump, and that will be fine. It's kind of like a race between me and... Oh, there's Brazen. Yeah, so it's about the same in terms of time, depending on whether you take the jump. Because you hit the boost pad... Oh, bloody hell, Ninetales is already finished. We've still got an entire lap to go. And I can actually see 14th place in front of us. What is that Hummer doing? I have no idea. Level 8 crosses the line in second. So it's Hyper in front of us, which I think is that vehicle just down the boost pads. So, yeah, that is probably the only position we have a chance at, unless anything goes wrong for the cars ahead, which is always possible. It's never going to be that many cars that it can go wrong for, but... we keep trying, we keep pushing. Where's the felon going to go? It's going to sit in the middle. That's fine. There is a random shafter. The cars have not despawned. They don't normally despawn a little bit more. Didn't know where the Hummer was going. Oh. Well, this is fine. This is fine. Land it. We did. Oh, I can't believe we had enough time and enough in-air control to get that to somehow stick the landing. We've passed Hyper, but now we've lost out to Brazen. Oh, mule to the face. Never mind. The mule exploded. The crash was so great. We're fine. Gliska's on fire, or smoking heavily from that. Can we... Oh, I don't know where that G-Wagon's gone. It just went up. Can we pass Gliska on the run to the finish line? Because that is a smoking... It's a smoking baller, but it's got a decent-sized gap. I don't think we're going to catch it. We would need to be a little bit closer. Yeah, Gliska's going to hold on to 15th there. It's such a shame. The amazing recovery of that flight that after Brazen launched us was immediately undone by a truck. Just a truck turned up and ruined the day. Damn it. Ninetales will take victory. Level 8 is second ahead of Mute. Is it the Rebler? I can't remember. Maybe it was the Rebler I liked, not this one. I don't remember. The vehicle wasn't actually that bad. It was just the worst luck possible. But that is the way it goes. You wanted chaos. This is definitely chaos. And yeah, sometimes it goes a bit wrong. It went wrong for us that time. Danger Man almost gets the top 10 with the Park Ranger, which is pretty damn good going. Well done, Danger Man, on that one. Brazen got the Mupova into 14th. Yeah, we had a bad round, really. Level 8 did quite well at Contender, actually. That's not as fast as quite a lot of these here. What vehicle do we want to... What class do we go for next? Before we do, Stu, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, why is it cheap to host a party on a FailRace stream? Because the chat will always bring the booze. You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Yeah, you are not wrong at all. There will always be plenty of booze to go around. And you will get some more. You will definitely get a boo from me. I don't know whether you will get what you will get from chat. But probably the same, to be honest. Let's try some muscle cars around here. Sure. Stick with 4 laps. Wanted levels will be on. Again, no armoured cars. Otherwise, all the other vehicles are fair game. I don't know what you want for this. Gauntlet, Hellfire, Dominator, GTX, they're all okay. I mean, the GTX is not very fast in a straight line. Can't remember. Might drive the Click because that's quite quick, although it is very light. I don't think the light is what you want. Although I don't think it matters. I mean, unless I was in an Insurgent, that mule would kill just about anything. Even an Insurgent might get nudged by it because that hit with some... I hit with some force. We're trying to get Crane connected. Yeah, I'm on Crane. Maybe. Ah, Stevie! The great Duke of Polinia, or whatever it was. It wasn't quite Poland yet. Has joined. Taken time out of reading books to play some video games. Let's try. And only people who watch the Wednesday stream will have the faintest idea what I'm on about. Invite all from last job. We'll try and get Crane connected as best as possible. Yeah, I think the Duke's Death is the only armoured muscle car from what I remember, unless they've added any new ones. I guess you got things like the Armoured Tamper, but they're a whole separate entity, like a separate class, possibly. I don't think we can select them anyway. But yeah, no armoured cars for this one, of course. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying Peugeot thought the 1007 with its zany electric sliding doors was such a cracking idea it would sell 220,000 cars a year. In the end, fewer than 80,000 were shifted in the entire 5 years. The 1007 was on sale, and the company lost an estimated 20k a car. Jeez. That is a hell of a loss. That is a hell of a loss on those. I mean, I know they weren't massively successful. I get the idea of the electric door being... I get the use of it, but that's quite a lot to hinge on a gimmick to do with a door. Yeah, that is a hell of a gamble, and that was not a gamble that Peugeot won. I know nothing about the 1007 apart from the fact that I'm led to believe it's crap. So that also probably didn't help the selling side of it. Lado, thank you for the super chat saying, "Shall I make your life worse and release Apollo?" If Lado releases Apollo, I think Lado, your life will be worse than mine, because Apollo's not hyper around me, or not as hyper around me. Will be hyper around Lado, and Lado will just crash. So don't think if Apollo ends up in my office, I'll just shut the. So I have a gate that the cats can go in and out, and Apollo can't, and I close it when Apollo's in the office, especially if I'm filming or streaming, because I can't keep an eye on him if he's going to be a pain. So, oh, we've got a full session. Hey! So, yeah, if Apollo ends up here, I can just shut that, and then everything is calm. Everything is fine. Alright. I think we are set to go. Right, muscle cars, 4 laps. I'm going to try and not miss the checkpoint this time. Would be ideal. Oh, well, big fingers crossed, anyway. That's, just realised I didn't actually intend the hinge pun, but it was an incredibly good accidental one, so I should have just owned it. Right, where is the click? We're going to have a go with this. Oh, please don't rain. Please don't rain. Don't want rain. Rain is bad. Rain is really bad. Well, I say rain is really bad. Whatever we do here is going to be challenging, so the rain probably doesn't really change it all that much. Level 8 says 70,000 quid for Personal Hill. Right, if someone donates 70 grand, we will run Personal Hill again. I don't even know if Danger Man... Actually, I don't know if Danger Man has the original. There is a new Personal Hill that will, I am sure... I am sure will make an appearance at some point. But yeah, we will wait and see. We will wait and see. Right. Now I am going to lift because I don't actually. Oh no, Lado! Lado! I was trying to not do that. Well, Doyle's exploded. I just wanted to make sure I didn't overshoot. I probably could have got away with it. Hey, Bumpy, that's a interesting line to have taken. Up there. Uh-oh. There's some kerfuffle. It's a much better start, though. It's a much better start. Woo! Than we had last time around. That Buffalo wants to so badly join in the muscle car race. I am afraid you cannot. You cannot join in the muscle car race through that section. Right, boost pads. Let's go. There is a big shunt and a big shunt and a gap. Whoop. Well, I don't actually know who was in that car that we just scooped up the nightshade. That truck was in a really awkward place. I'm going to try and dive to the front of the Banana. We'll actually get a little bit of help there from Crane. Gliska's right behind us with the... Is that the Hustler? That's a brave choice of car, but there we go. Oh, traffic getting pinged around. Gliska is going to have to hope that they can gather that up. Good save. Good save indeed from Gliska. Hyper's got no back-end grip in the Moonbeam. Oh, we got very twitchy getting through that. But it's fine. We'll come out of all of this. Mini again. Oh, God. Super Diamonds. What the... What is a Super Diamond doing? Who paid the Super Diamond driver to do that? I've never been that bullied by an AI at this circuit ever. Hey, Lado. No. Well, you know what? The wall is safe. Wall is less safe. Wall is still safe. Wall is still safe. How... Oh, lamppost got... I was about to say, how on earth was that going as well as it was? That went so much better than it ever should have done until a lamppost was there. I'm kind of wish... If that lamppost hadn't been there, it would have been an amazing little section. Oh, I wanted to bump Crane forward, and we couldn't. God damn it. No, Buffalo, why? My hope there. So, I knew I was going to hit Crane. My plan was, if I hit Crane, I could have pushed them off the barrier. They could have just made the corner. But never mind, Crane has been flung over a different barrier. Things have gone badly. Oh, I got a bump there, and I just kind of want to turn. So we ended up understeering quite away from where we wanted to go, but never mind. Oh, I'll never be able to do as good a wall ride as that again, sadly. And it's such a shame that it didn't really amount to anything because a lamppost got in the way. Like, that was a full-on Lightning McQueen. Lado was trying to squeeze us out, and we just refused to give up on that climbing over the wall. Oh, there's going to be a gap somewhere there. That will work. Alright, we can climb that, and we're up to 40. Now, we're a long way away from the leaders. Again, it's 34 seconds. Ninetales. Ninetales having good luck. But we had a decent start. We were in 5th. Oh, Gliska's stuck on the wall. That is unfortunate for the Hustler. Yeah, we had a good start, but that Super Diamond absolutely screwed us. That was just the most determined I have seen an AI car to be involved in a race. Woo! Now, there were some more AI cars fairly determined right there. There's a gap appearing. There is a Valentine spun. Hello, Danger Man. We're caught up to you. There's a group of cars in front. I'm going to not go side by side there. Whoa. Getting down there. I've never had so many cars try to kill me on this section as we have had so far. No, Chris, not again. Not with the wall. What is it with that wall today? That's another one. Right, go. Mini has... Well, it could have been better. It could have been worse. But... just as we caught the group. Just as we caught up to the entertaining... Well, in theory, entertaining group. Drake tried to duck underneath. I think Chris did not quite work. Right, here we go. Oh, God, we got loads of slipstream there. So much slipstream, I wasn't even prepared for it to have kicked in at that point. No sign of police yet, because we don't have Nareths, and Ninetales is still in the race, so Ninetales hasn't got bored and gone and found police. Now, I've got to be careful here, because this is where we can over-jump with the slipstream. No, we're okay. I wouldn't want to go jump any further, but we will be okay. Chris also got the car to land, which is quite helpful. The Stallion can try and make it around the outside. Oh, thank God for that. So glad the truck moved. That could have been really dicey. Well, I wasn't expecting that to suddenly turn. That was it? Was that lane even for the slip road? I didn't even think that lane was for the slip road. That's why I wasn't expecting. We're up into the top 10, though. We passed Longbow. We're going to be 8th. Progress. Good news. Some progress, anyway. I mean, it's not... Whee. Tornado being weird. Oh, that was the limit of grip for this car, that's for sure. Now, we haven't got too far to go for a few more vehicles, but that relies on a clean run. Which, judging from what's happening down here, is that someone just getting fired the wrong way down the road? I think it was. But we're okay. We have had a clean run down the first boost pad section. Can we get a clean run through the next corner? We can. Oh, truck. Well, mostly. But we are up a position. Salmon is ahead. That is that pink car. That, well, the salmon-coloured car is the way to describe it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Buffalo. Although landing and go. That's fine. There's a mini. Yeah, that's all been done. It's certainly the best we've done this session, if you like, and this race itself. But yeah, of all the two races we've done, that was the best we got down that section. We got a little bit bopped and a little bit spun, but it was all recoverable. Now I think level 8 is just in front. Stig's quite a long way out in front for that podium spot, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to really realistically get a podium. Level 8, it would be a push, I think, to catch level 8. If we get some good luck and they get some bad luck, it's definitely doable. But anything more than that is going to take a really weird turn of events. Oh, like that sort of weird. That's sort of just cars appearing from nowhere levels of weird. Because, yeah, they're so far ahead. But if level 8 and Salmon want to have a fight, That will help me out no end. It is... it's the it's the Mustang versus the Challenger. Hopefully about to be joined by a little hot rod thing. I actually know what this is based on. I'm sure chat will tell me. Oh, level 8, tried to go around the outside of Super Diamond. It did not work. We will make the most of our opportunities here. And that'll put us up into 5th. Right, 4th place is not too far away. Yeah, there is a lack of FailRace Police Department. We haven't really seen them turn up. They don't necessarily turn up much on this track. It normally has to be instigated by someone, although there's no guarantee that they're really going to do much. Damn it, we're not actually far away. Oh, it looks like Mute might have got a victory. Oh, that was a lap down car. I was going to say, there was a dot on the map that was surprisingly close. Oh, we did not jump that as I thought we were going to jump that. I watched Salmon jump over that car and I thought we were going to be able to follow it, but we could not. Oh, there is a lap down car and we have missed the checkpoint. Damn it. I've fallen to 6th. Longbow is a fair way back. Actually, were we always in 6th? No, level 8 passed us. I think we were in 5th. Damn it. Level 8's got us at the end. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Actually, yeah, Stig was not that... Stig didn't have a great final lap. Stig did not have a great final lap on that one. So there was almost a chance for a podium. It was a little bit scruffy, a little bit unfortunate. Right there. Bumpy, that's a well-parked car. Mute will take victory and fastest lap with the click. Ninetales gets... it's actually not bad getting the Yosemite up into that 2nd place. It's Stig and Salmon with the Dominators ahead of level 8. We would end up 6th ahead of Longbow. Chris is 8th ahead of Drake, and Doyle will, in theory, round out the top 10 when they cross the line. I mean, Bumpy's just watching the mayhem. This random pedestrian is probably in one of the safest places you can be. Oh, well, 2 random pedestrians. I mean, no place is really safe on this, but one of the safer places, as cars are going to go. There goes Crane and someone else. What a silly circuit. The Highway Glitchfest. Yeah, we had a much better 2nd race, but I just couldn't quite make the time up. We got a little bit unlucky. We got really unlucky at the start. It then improves drastically, but yeah, that Super Diamond kind of paid any chance we had of winning, outside of a miracle, really. Danger Man apparently had awful luck that time around. Yeah, actually didn't see Danger Man was on the leaderboard, so I'm going to guess it was really bad. Pretty much. Well done, Mute, anyway, for claiming a victory. I did see Super Chat. Gary Deal, thank you very much for the Super Chat. Saying thanks again, FailRace team. Another survive the hunt idea. Maybe Alex has to snap a pic on the GTA cell phone of a hunter in game and send it to them within 30 seconds. God, I don't know whether I'd be able to find one to do that easily. It could be a challenge. That could definitely be a challenge in a Taskmaster version. That could definitely be a challenge for a Taskmaster version, like take a photo of a hunter. Actually, not a bad challenge. Yeah, that's not a bad challenge at all. Try and take a photo of a hunter. You'd have because you could park up. You'd have to be exposed. You have to be on foot. Because you can't take a photo from in the car. So you'd have to find somewhere where they're likely to travel to. I actually quite like that as a challenge. Yeah. I will add it to the list of list of challenges, because yeah, I think that could be quite an interesting one to execute, because you would kind of have a chance to take the photo and then try and start getting out of the area, but you would have it would work essentially as a bring the hunters to an area where you are, because you wouldn't have long to get out of that area. Yeah, I like that as a challenge. That's cool. Christian Sweden, thank you very much for the donation. Saying Saab car manufacturing is gone, but Saab is still making aircrafts for the Swedish Air Force and other countries. I can hear them daily because they are built in my town. Crazy that a country with just 10 million people are making its own air fighter. Yeah, it is kind of... I say it's a strange one, but sure. I mean, Saab were aeroplanes first, weren't they? I know there are some very old Saabs, but I believe they were aeroplanes first. But yeah, I guess it depends on where like manufacturing, where engineering springs up in, I say in the olden days, but when it was easier to, let's say, not easier, but think of how many car manufacturers there were way back when and how many we have now, it was a bit easier to essentially start with the manufacturing and so on. I guess it's more affordable perhaps to keep going. And yeah, Saab obviously the Saab stuff was good, so they were, you know, making enough money to keep the business going. It is cool. It is cool. It's interesting. I don't know what other countries use the Saab jets, because I know England have their own, America of course have their own, and all that. I know nothing about aircraft, or very very little. I like it. I like planes. They are interesting, but I don't know anything about them. So yeah, where does Saab export those to? If anyone knows, I don't know if anybody does know. But yeah, what countries have Saab aircraft? I've always liked Saabs. It's one of those. It's a shame they went bust. Because yeah, the Saabs were. Well, I say were, they are. Especially some of the faster Saabs were very cool. Yeah, it is a shame that we lost them. The Saab name was created in 1937 to create fighter planes. So there we go. Right, so this track was for Caleb, I believe it was. Wanted to go to the Pessimistic Twat, the Rallycross circuit. This is a pretty good circuit. This is a tough circuit, actually. Which should be interesting. Should be interesting with... oh, no. Oh, crap. I've done it wrong. Oh, you stupid game. Well, I was flicking through. I've changed that, and now I can't change it. Oh, I hate GTA. I've got to get people in, because then I've got to quit, and then I've got to make a new lobby, and I don't know if it's going to work. I can't do rally because that would be an incomprehensible mess. Why does it do that? It's so annoying. I want to get people in so when I leave, when I invite all from the previous race, hopefully it's going to drag them all in. Why on earth did they think it was a good idea to allow you to change that when you... Like, when you are resetting between rounds and so on, when you replay, you can change that as much as you like. However, when you are in the lobby for the first time, it just locks it. Such a stupid thing for the game to do. Because all I did was I was flicking the stick down, I guess, through the list, and I must have just flicked slightly diagonally by accident while going through. Yeah, why does it force it to? Or maybe I went through GTA and put it on Rally by accident, or didn't go to the right one or something. I don't know. I think I might have just flicked it across right, actually, assuming that it was going to go to normal, and it didn't. But anyway, right, from last job. I really hope this is going to work. But I'm getting the feeling... Oh no, it's working. Hey! Happy days. Christ. Right, what do we want to drive? I think this is all locked to stuff. Oh, there's a level 8 circuit, so it should be. We'll go off-road. Sure. Let's go for a... Yeah, an off-road selection. Now, if you have managed to lose an invite, do send a message to Ewan, who is here. There we go. Alongside where we have highlighted, send a message to Ewan, and we'll try and get you connected. Got to be on Xbox, got to be on the enhanced version, of course. But yeah, if somehow in all of this you've ended up not being able to get an invite, just send a message to you, and one will do, and we will try and get you back connected. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying when legendary test driver Loris Binoshi, I don't know how to pronounce it, had a 250 mile an hour moment while testing a Bugatti Veyron prototype on the high-speed bowl at Nardo Proving Ground in Italy, he managed to damage over a mile of crash barrier, costing more than the car itself. Ooh, that's a not fun accident right there. I mean, of the random car facts, it's impressive. I know Barry's expensive, but a Veyron is very expensive as well. It's impressive to manage to do that much damage right there. I guess if you crash at that sort of speed, I think I would actually rather be going along the wall rather than... So I presume the crash, he must have ended up hitting the barrier and then running along the barrier, essentially. And I feel like at that speed, I'd rather hit the barrier and run along it than hit the barrier and bounce off of it. Because you hit that and bounce off, and who knows where you're going to go. Especially on a banking, you're down the bottom, and yeah. I feel like that's the better way to crash. It's not a good way to crash. But, yeah. Ouch. That was an expensive day at the office for Volkswagen, essentially. Yeah, lose a Veyron and damage an awful lot of your testing facility, essentially. Right, shall we get going? I'm going to stick it on to 6 laps. Actually, no, we'll go 7. Maybe a little short? Can't remember. It's quite a small track, but it's not a particularly fast circuit, so... Oh, someone is getting connected. Yeah, it's not crazy fast, so... Hopefully this is about... Hopefully I've guessed right in terms of the length of the race. Baller, thank you very much for the donation. So if you had to choose any car to drive for the rest of your life, what would you choose and why? Okay, so I'm gonna read that as I can have one car only, and that's the only car I can use. I'm going to... Do we want to say it's going to work the entire time, or do I have to take into consideration reliability? Because... Okay, if we're not taking into consideration reliability, I would have a Lotus Carlton. It's as simple as that. It's the practicality of a saloon car, and while I would love an estate, it's still practical enough, it's still big enough to do that. Absolutely would, be big enough to do that. I have seen, someone made a Vauxhall Carlton estate into a equivalent Lotus. Like they used the engine, they used all the running gear and everything from a Lotus Carlton to make a Lotus Carlton estate. Really cool. But yeah, the difficulty with that, of course, is run that car for the rest of your life means in 20, 30 years' time, that's going to be difficult to get polar parts for. It's going to be a problem trying to keep that thing running, perhaps. Especially as I can put quite a lot of miles on a car. I work from home, but I help Carly a lot with her dog walking business. I'm often driving out and about around town and so on, so I actually do put a surprising amount of miles on the car. And yeah, it will get used a lot. A Carlton, I mean... I think whether it's reliability or not, I think a Carlton would win. Because as much as I... Oh, no. Because it has to be something performance, right? The RS6 is an easy choice. Have a brand new RS6. Yeah, that's an easy choice. A really, really straightforward choice. Very good cars. Personally... Of course, I like the RS6 I have. I like that generation because of the engine. The generation afterwards, I think is the best looking of the RS6s, and I would probably have that one rather than the brand new one. I like the new one, but it's not. It's a little bit over the top for me personally. So yeah, the generation after my RS6 would be my favourite of the Audis, and that is a very good choice. And if you were having to take in maintenance into consideration, those, while expensive, would probably be a bit easier to keep running than a Carlton. However, I think the Lotus would win. I think the Lotus would win, even though I know it's going to be a bit awkward. Yeah, because you couldn't have, as much as you'd want, you couldn't have a supercar or anything like that, because it wouldn't work for a lot of stuff. So yeah, I think the Carlton would do it. But RS6 would also be the really easy choice. The problem is the RS6 is almost a boringly easy choice at that stage. They did do an M5 Touring. They're very cool, but yeah, I like the V10. I like the V10 M5s, but dear God, reliability of those is not good. It's really not good, which is a shame because they were pretty damn cool. They're very cool, but yeah, that's just not going to be the way to go. So yeah, this track is difficult to pass on. It's difficult. I say it's difficult to drive. It's not the worst track in the world to drive. Got to be a little bit careful. These vehicles do like to fall over. And a lot of these places, catch up and slipstream is not very effective here. They do not really do well. Slipstream still will, but catch up doesn't really do too much. Another vehicle actually for contention with that would be the GMC Typhoon. Although again, it's because it's so old, it's a little bit difficult to. Well, they're very basic engines, so you can probably fix them with a load of simple parts and everything. But I do like the... Actually, I'd go Typhoon maybe over Cyclone. I love the Cyclone. It's so cool, but the Typhoon, for practicality, certainly in England, may be a little bit more of... I think Shady is trying to get out of the way, and I confused... That was slightly my bad on that one. Shady was trying to get out of the way, and I think I confused them with where I was going. So yeah, sorry about that. There was a little bit of miscommunication there through the trucks. I just think about random cars. Yeah, Typhoon and Cyclone are awesome. But yeah, Typhoon having the enclosed... I guess you could get a bed cover for a Cyclone, which would essentially just make it a Typhoon. But yeah, they're fun. I would really like one of those, just because. As you can tell from the fact that the two vehicles that I heavily mentioned were basically 90s cars that scared the crap out of supercars while still being normal road cars, you get the idea of the sort of vehicles that I like. I love those kind of sleeper cars that nobody expected. And yeah, I mean, the Carlton was insane. It still is, to this day, it's still an insane car. It was just so mad when it came out, and I love that. And the Typhoon wasn't it the Cyclone and so on, out-accelerated Ferraris of the day to 60. I mean, it wasn't going to beat them in a straight line, but because of its power, because of its all-wheel drive, it would actually accelerate as quick as, the contemporary Ferraris, which is awesome. So any of those kind of vehicles I'm always going to be interested in. Right, so as far as this race goes, I've not really... It turns out, if I just waffle and race on autopilot, we kind of do fairly well. Admittedly, I started from pole, which made life a million times easier on quite a narrow technical circuit and all that. But, and a track where, slipstream and all that catch-up is not that effective. Back end wanted to get all sorts of squirrely... Oh dear, the red cars have fallen over. Danger Man... I don't know which way round it was of Danger Man and Ninetales having some trouble back there. We will run the wall. The wall line is slightly faster through that section. Not by a huge amount, but it is a little bit... Well, when we raced this circuit, we had, I remember it was Impega that started using that line, and then we all started using it. I don't know, in a racing situation, it's a line that you can use to overtake. I don't know whether it's actually the faster line through the corner or about the same, but it does open up another line to try and overtake cars. If you get it right, you can kind of run the wall and be a little bit clever, essentially. Oh, Ninetales has exploded. No. Things have gone wrong. Yeah, I don't know what happened at the start of this lap. I mean, this track is fantastic to drive around as a hot lapping circuit. This track was a request. It doesn't get used on stream too often because it's probably a bit technical for 30 cars, and I mean, we're witnessing why we run Slipstream and Catch Up on, is on a track where it's not very effective, even with it on. I've managed to pull a 10-second lead. I think Gliska waited. Don't know whether they were involved with the bump that upset the red cars. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible they got involved with that and they waited for the crash. But as you can see, just no one's really been able to... no one's been able to catch up at this track because catch up works by limiting the power of my car, the leader's car, which around this track doesn't really hinder me too much in terms of lap time. Long straights, it really hurts, but around here, there's barely any straight. I mean, this is the finish line. Oh, a bit of understeer. That's the finish line. This is the longest straight that you get, and even then, this is hardly a straight. It is flat out all the way down here, but it's hardly what you would call a straight. I mean, this section here is not flat out. We had a couple of two-wheel moments early on, but outside of that, it has been... And there's been more bumps behind. It's now 15 seconds in the lead. We're doing a Ninetales. Where we've just ran away from everybody. That's actually a slightly better way around through that corner. I think you need to get up on the dirt sooner, pretty much. The sooner you can get on the dirt, the better. The more speed you can actually take through that section. Don't go and visit the wall. Don't be a muppet. We will. I mean, we don't actually... say we don't really need to get involved up here. That's unfortunate. Poor white car didn't really do anything wrong. Just it found a car stuck on a tyre bundle, and that was that. We will slide a little bit, duck underneath, and that will put us past another vehicle, and then there's a couple of corners before we head for the finish line. Well, a straightforward time for us. A straightforward time indeed. I will take it. Yeah. It's definitely our fastest lap would go to level 8. But yeah, we kind of just drove around. We had a little hot lap. We talked some nonsense. Yeah. There we go. Oh, brazen. I don't know if that was an attempt to depart. Sadly, the camera didn't get changed until the last second. I was hoping to see some action. I mean, there are some good battles throughout the field. You can have some really close racing here. Yeah, for us it was essentially a hot lap session. We get those races. Yeah, geez, it was a really close battle over second. Gliska level 8 Mute within half a second of each other. It's close as well between 5th, 6th and 7th. There was an absurd one. Yeah, the rest of the pack are coming around to finish the race. Oh, I was going to go see where Ninetales was, but I forgot until the end, because I'm sure Ninetales went and explored somewhere. Drake, thank you very much for the donation. Saying car fact for you. the PLP50 is not only the world's smallest car, but it is also the slowest. Its top speed is 28 mile an hour, meaning it will never speed in built-up areas with a 30 mile. Yeah, you could technically speed in a 20 mile an hour. Can you imagine having a PLP50 and managing to get a speeding ticket? Because you could. If you did 20... Well, funnily enough, if you did 20... 25 and a 20, you would get a speeding ticket. It's the only place you could. It is the only place you could do it. I guess, yeah. It would. I was trying to think what could possibly have been a slower car. I mean, I guess for the era, right? Because the original cars couldn't do that. Like the early days, like the Benz motor wagon and all of that kind of stuff, wouldn't have been able to go that kind of speed. And they were technically in production and all that. But, yeah. Well, there, I didn't know that. I did not know that one. A baller, thank you very much for the donation. So that's really cool, because we're dead. Has a Carlton in red, and I love it. Well, if that is the case, you are very lucky. I am very jealous. I would very much like one. Although the Lotus ones were certainly never in any colour other than that green. Although it could be just a normal Vauxhall Carlton, to be fair. They did like the Carlton. Isn't there like a GSI one that's quite quick as well, that they had like as the top before it went to the before Lotus went absolutely bonkers. I think they did like a GSI something or other. But there we go. Shady Brady, thank you very much for the donation, saying first race complete. Didn't finish last. So, sorry for getting in the way. Welcome to GTA. That of all the circuits to start as a first time, this is not the kindest experience. I shall be honest. This is a pretty harsh place to drop you into. So. Yeah, it's difficult to get out of the way here. It's difficult to yeah, this is a tough one. It's very easy to make mistakes. It's a narrow circuit. It's very bumpy. We will go with the old Sport Classics. I think we're in the retinue or something like that. Yeah, let's go see what happens. We'll go with 6 laps. Hopefully we'll be involved in some of the racing this time around. I mean, hopefully we can get another win. It's always good if we can get a victory. Although less driving around on my own. Retinue or Silvestre? Why is it flying? Don't know. I feel like the Retinue. Ooh, I don't know what's better of these two. You know, I like this. I like the look of the Silvestre more. I like the Mazda it's based on a little bit more. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes the Escorts, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, that little preference towards the rotary car. Although the Retinue does look like it might have a bit more ground clearance, might be helpful. I also love how I think that's maybe Ewan at the back, who is stuck at the top of a hill. Well, that is one place to try and start a race. So we are off. We are underway. And we will go way side by side with Gliska and Ninetales and Danger Man. The whole group is here. That is Stig looking for a brave pass to the outside. Danger Man, again, any pass around this track is difficult, right? Danger Man found a gap and went for it. Gliska was up onto 2 wheels. They're very sorry, Gliska. There was a car bouncing around on 2 wheels, and that's so unlucky that I ended up underneath that. I don't know whether it might have bounced and snapped on the landing regardless, but that's, yeah, unfortunate. As we know this is a difficult track to climb back through the field. Hopefully they can. And if we start fighting each other at the front, there's going to be a whole different story. I don't think it's the worst crash possible. I think it's just a spin and recover. Oh god, get the braking right down here. Back end really wants to let go. It is going to on these. They're rear-wheel drive. These are your proper classic rally cars. See, I was trying to slow down, so I didn't do that. Danger Man's had an issue in a weird place. I completely messed that corner up, but it actually saved me because we were so far out of position that we got away. I think Danger Man hit the bump and spun on that. I was being a little bit more cautious through here than Stig wanted to be. There wasn't really any contact, but yeah, okay, we are all fine. Stig is going to send it to the inside, and we'll move up a position. We've got Small Man or Salmon or someone having a look to the inside. I'm happy to run that wall line. I don't know whether there's a couple of cars trying it. It's not so much about the mid-corner speed up on that dirt line. It's about how much momentum you fling the car off of that corner with. It's one of the better and easier places to make a pass stick. You do have to be careful, though, because you're on dirt with a rear-wheel drive car. In the truck, it doesn't matter. The truck, you believe it's going to stick and you go for it. This, you don't always believe it's going to stick. All it takes is an oversteer moment in your spin. It's quite, especially on the dismount from the dirt, it's quite easy to spin. It's that, I think, is what Danger Man hit, that inside mound of dirt, pretty much. We will get, so this is where, if you're going to get a slipstream pass, it's going to happen down here. Because you can, maybe make it work. Stig's going to stay there. Oh, that's dicey. I wanted to get clear in the braking zone, but I could not get it done. We are in front of Stig, but we get a lot of airtime through all of that. I mean, we're happy to run this high and wide line through there. Danger Man tried, did not quite get it that time. Didn't quite manage to get the run on the exit, and that will promote us to the lead of the race. And they can fight. If they fight, they fight behind a little bit too much and let me escape again, that would work nicely for me. The other thing as well, they haven't, Danger Man's through. I think catch-up is a lot less effective on dirt because everything gets a little bit minimised top speed on the dirt. So because parts of this track are driven on that surface, I think it is just, again, a little bit less effective. It's not the final lap of the race. I'm not going to shove my car in somewhere looking for an accident. Even with being sensible, we actually had the back end step out massively on us anyway. And that's always dicey. It's always dicey. Level 8 is here to join in the fun. We've got huge overspeed. If I can stop it, just. Christ, that could have gone really bad. That was panic and jump on the brakes and pray that it somehow stopped, which it did, thankfully. We are to the inside. Nope, we've got the road. We can take the line that we want, which is run the wall. Although we ran the wall, but we actually got off the wall a little bit wonky. So that is the other difficult part. If you get the dismount wrong, you just land badly. Just going to go for a cutback. Could not quite get my car where I wanted it positioned, but that's fine. I mean, it's no real disaster as we head up the hill. Careful of the bushes. I don't think they really do much to this car through that section, thankfully. Will we be close enough to have a look? Not quite. We might get a good exit because Danger Man's run a little bit wide. It might well come down to that pass to the inside to win it. And at the moment, I'm backing out of it because I know it's a risky pass, right? I know there's a good chance of an accident there. It is a risky pass. But on the final lap, we're not backing out of it. Pretty much. Oh, it turned in too soon. Damn it. We actually got a better run that time to pass Danger Man. We got past sooner, but it was just slightly out of position, which is not what we wanted to be doing. Can we run that wall nicely? We do. Oh, we got so much speed, we ended up in the back of Ewan's, and we're going to get everybody. Even with the bump on Ewan, we had enough momentum. So if you get, that's the power of that outside line. If you get it right and you really get the car off the corner, you just carry so much speed going up the hill. That even with a push on Ewan, we had the momentum to make it work. Danger Man's back alongside now as we run downhill. We've got to be careful. This tight line, the back end just wants to step out through there. Level 8 is going to look to the inside. Danger Man, I mean, it's mostly clear. Oh, we've ended up high and wide through there. That's bad. Ooh. Yeah, that is bad. God damn it. Yeah, if you end up too high, as soon as you end up off that banked section, you've just got no steering up on the top. So we're going to have to avoid doing that next time around. We've got huge momentum. That's what we want. Final lap of the race. We know where we're putting the car. We know the plan, essentially. These two don't really want to run the wall as much as I do. And again, it's just that slingshot. That slingshot is so powerful. We're to the inside of level 8, but it's not quite as clean as I would have wanted. Level 8 is up onto 2 wheels. Danger Man gets the power down better than I do through all of this. Ewan is right there as well. Who is going to be in the right place at the right time for this? That is going to be the question. We've got a lot of speed coming down here. Can I stop it? We can, but the back end wanted to let go. It's going to be a case of who can get to the inside of who, heading into the final corner. Danger Man is there. Danger Man is going to shuffle us a little bit wide, which is fair enough. Danger Man was on the inside. We tried to hold it. However, level 8 will take victory. I wasn't close enough to challenge level 8. Yeah, the back end just wanted to let go at the critical breaking point. Danger Man with a good cutback puts the car where they, where they want to be, and we end up like we're not pushed off the circuit. We're just pushed. I said we're not pushed. There's nowhere to put the car on the ideal line. So yeah, we end up a little bit wide, a little bit high. Good. That was a great race. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. Great battle. Well done, Level 8, for taking victory. It is, yeah. Level 8 wins. Danger Man is second. We end up on the podium in third ahead of Ewan. Brazen Stig, Mute, Jamie, Salmon, and Liam would round out the top 10. Ugh. Yeah, I like that track. It's a good circuit. As I said, it probably won't appear on stream too all that often, owing to the fact that it is a bit narrow, difficult to pass, catch-up doesn't really work, and all of that. But, yeah. It was very good fun. The first race was a little bit of a bore. I drove around on my own for a while, and we talked about cars. But, yeah, when you get lots of cars close together, made for some fantastic, fantastic racing. David, thank you very much for the donation. Saying thank you, Lado, and the crew for the Survive the Hunt shirt. Now, I've met a few subscribers here in Washington, D.C. Ah, fantastic. That is always interesting to see. I'm glad you are liking the merch. I am wearing a FailRace shirt today. Any chance on another Gone in 48 minutes? Yeah, there is absolutely a chance. There isn't currently one in the planning phase, although it has been talked about recently, relatively recently. Actually, there might be one in the planning phase, to be honest. But yeah, that's one of those series that is going to appear every so often. It will appear when you've forgotten about it. Well, not forgotten, but yeah, it'll one that will appear every so often. Definitely, I like it. It's a good, fun challenge. It's a slight variation on the Survive the Hunt theory. So yeah, absolutely, very good chance that we will see one of those again. As I said, I don't quite know when, but there will be some more of them. And hey, there'll be more of them when the GTA 6 eventually comes out in about 3 years' time. But no, that series will always be around. It'll be sporadic. It'll be a bit like the No Limits Survive the Hunt and everything. So yeah, there we go. Oh, Chris asking the question. So the question, if the discussion is, question that is being asked: is there a brand other than Jaguar that uses 2 different badges in every car they offer? Jaguar have the face and the leaping Jaguar. Can't say stuff like DS. Could you say stuff like Koenigsegg? Because they have their normal badge and they have that little ghost icon that they put on the cars. Do Rolls-Royce have that logo and they have the little person that like comes up out of the grill? Maybe. I don't know if you'd really count that as another logo though. And again, I don't know, do they have that on every car? Not sure. I don't know whether all the Rollses have those. I mean, that is a good question. That is a very good question. Oh, Corvette. Yeah, actually, Corvette's a great shout. Because you have the Corvette logo. Although, yeah, you have the Corvette logo and you have the Chevy logo. I guess that is that's not a whole brand thing, though. It's not all Chevys have that, whereas all Jaguars do. So again, yeah, does that count being a brand specific? Because, yeah, Corvette does have a very distinct... I'm surprised it wasn't Longbow that came up with that one. That is a good shout. I don't know whether that would count. But, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I would say maybe the rolls might count. But I don't know if it really counts as a logo, per se. What somebody says, yeah, the Spirit of Ecstasy, that's the one. Yeah, and I guess you could... Again, you could say, like... Ford have the Mustang logo and then the Ford logo, but that would be along the line of the Corvette of it's kind of it's just a model from a brand, and not all Fords have it, which is why I was thinking Rolls might be. Yeah, okay. You might not have heard somebody refer to it, but you also knew what I meant. That's the thing. That's the so it worked, right? Like if you get what I mean, if I've described it terribly and you still get what I mean, then that's the bit that matters, right? So yeah, Rolls is my answer. That would be the closest to that, but certainly I can't think of many or any other places that go for that route particularly. And it makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, they don't want to. Confuse the people like Kia with their stupid rebrand that now everyone just thinks the cars are called Cayenne. Oh, it's such a bad idea. I know why they did it. I can see how it got through selection and everything, but they just didn't think. It just no one stopped to think for a minute about somebody that might. All the people involved with it were people that I guess knew it was trying to be Kia. And when you know it's supposed to be Kia, you can see Kia. They needed to test on people that didn't know what it was supposed to be. And they just seemed to forget that part of the test. Oh, but there we go. Where shall we go next? You know what, let's cycle all the way to the last page. We will go to just having a flick through. That'll probably not go well. God, I'm trying to remember what all of these. We're not going to Big Hong Kong. we're just not. I think we raced around there last week. What's unnatural selection? Don't remember. Oh, this map's really cool, actually. Yeah, we're going to go here. Haven't been here for a little while. This map is really, really cool looking. It's kind of a sensible-ish race. It's not the most absurd race. It's not the... It's not a completely jokey, silly race. It's not the completely serious race. It's just really cool, if this is the one that I'm thinking it is. Oh, actually, it might not be the one I'm thinking it is. Okay, it might be a little bit dumber than I thought. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's only off-road. Don't know what we're going to be in. I guess we're going to say whatever we load in is the vehicle we're going to drive first. I don't know if there are two off-road category vehicles or if there are only one vehicle. I don't remember. So the first race, we'll try and get everyone to figure it out. Who knows if it's going to work. But the first race, we are going to use the vehicle that it loads in on. Okay? So don't change vehicle. Just load whatever. Use whatever you load in with. If there are multiples, then we will run a second round with whatever the second car might be. I don't know. But yeah, run what you load in on, which I think will be the June. Not 100% sure. We have got connections and disconnections galore. But yeah, run what you load in with, and then we will see what happens. I think... See, I was thinking this is the race that loops around a destroyed bridge, but I think this is the race, actually, that goes over the bridge. I think it is. I haven't done this one for a long time. Shadow can't stay connected. Fantastic. Small, so anyone who changes vehicles likes warm pillows. The greatest of insults. The greatest of insults. I mean, it's more whoever changes vehicle shall be cursed to always have a warm pillow, no matter what side they put it on. That's probably the better way to go, or the better insult in inverted commas. Shadow is connected. We shall quickly start before Shadow inevitably disconnects again. I think GTA is having one of those evenings, really. Okay, let's go racing. I think I know what this track is. It's been if this is the track I think it is, it's been a really long time since we've run it. It's cool. It's really cool. Really well made. It's a pwn circuit, of course it is. But yeah, we have to kind of navigate away over a destroyed bridge. It is the dunes. Okay, so a dune and outlaw. Cool. I think this is the one that you have to navigate over the bridge. Anyone not driving a dune will be cursed to forever have warm pillows and to never be able to get comfy. Well, I love how you can just spin the camera around here and it changes the people. Right. There is a sea of Dakar trucks. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to have. Oh, there's a cheaty Laddosaurus. Well, I can tell you exactly what's about to happen. Oh, there's a few cheaty cars. We've all had the same idea. Unfortunately, oh, there's a backflip for somebody. Oh dear. There's a lot of flips for a lot of peoples in the middle of that. Oh, no. Oh, okay, we didn't quite go over the edge. Thank God for that. But, right. On to the bridge. So there are a couple of ways to go through here. Hey, Mew. Sorry, I kind of used you a little bit to help me turn. It's a little bit sneaky, but it worked. Right. There is a split route, and I can't remember. Oh, God. Sorry, Kevlar. No. Oh, he survived. I've got a big wheelie. I do apologise on that one. So, yeah, the route on top drops down on top of us, and then you kind of have to navigate these ramps. Oh, I don't think I wanted this one. Nope. I'm going to go with no. Oh, dear, Mew. No. All gone in to the flamey house. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah, I think the other lane is the lane we wanted, because this is bad news for us. Because we're just going to bounce and fall off. Can I change lanes? Yes, but not like that. Nope, this is not working. Yeah, I think we want the other lane. It's this drop. So this is supposed to simulate a destroyed bridge. Not simulate, but look like one. I cannot land this on its wheel. Actually, I think that one there I might have been able to right. Okay, jump this way. Okay, or we can do that. That's fine. Hello. Well, we've been lapped by Gliska, I think. Presume. No, Gliska is back fighting with us. Never mind. I saw the whole... I saw the outlaw and just presumed, but never mind. Yeah, I'm not going to go that way again. We've learnt our lesson. Is that don't go that line across the bridge. It's really difficult. Certainly with the Dakar truck. I mean, it's perfectly doable. And if we'd had momentum, I think it would have been easier. However, because shenanigans occurred, yeah, we're a long way back. I think it's going... Oh, and there's a lot of understeer through that. I think it's going to be a quiet race for us. Maybe there can be some recovery drive of some amount. It's not going to be a particularly big amount, but never mind. We will try. Ooh, yes, a lot of understeer. Christian Sweden, thank you very much for the donation. saying, Koenigsegg only use the ghost leg on the cars that are built. Oh, I'm busy reading donations and I'm having an accident. I'm so far back, I'm reading donations because I'm bored. Yeah, don't read donations while we're coming up towards the bridge. Right. Let's tackle the bridge and then see what happens. I wish so far. There's just no chance at this point. As long as a Dakar truck wins, I don't mind too much. Okay, so we've got to go left here. Yeah, left is the way to go. I think if we're flat the whole way down, if I remember rightly, if we are flat out here, yeah, that's not too bad. It's not ideal. Oh, that falling over there is a bit worse, but it's just the dune, it just wobbles. It just wobbles randomly. Bumpy's not had a great time either if we've caught up this lap. I guess we can go for a fastest lap. That's also, you know, the ridiculous goal slightly. We can kind of send it and hope for a lap. If we can catch up to Bumpy, we can have some slipstream. And then maybe there's a chance. Ewan is leading from Danger Man. And it's Drake and Liam up there. They are almost a minute ahead at this point. I don't know which route here is quicker. I've always preferred the lower line through here than climbing up. I don't actually know if it is technically faster. Let's not go for some big understeer. We will stick with going to the left. We know that is definitely the easier way and the more consistent way to go. We might have to have a little lift here, like just to make sure that we can get to the left. Bumpy didn't want to go to the right hand side, has fallen over. Shady, I don't know what way you're going. I didn't know if you were going to try a J-turn. We have bumped you along a little bit. We can correct that. Oh, hey Bumpy, thank you for the nudge. Actually did kind of help. That one, well, it wasn't the worst bump in the world. I did a little bit of a kind of bunny hop, but bunny hops are fine. They're not falling over. So, yeah, bunny hops are all good. We can fly through the air with, maybe not the greatest of ease, but with relative ease. Let's go. Whoa, hey Stig. You missed the checkpoint, didn't you? That's okay. Might have put, I don't, whoa. No, definitely a dampener has been put on our chance at fastest lap. If that lap there wasn't it. I mean, that was an okay lap. It wasn't anything. It certainly wasn't perfect. I'm sure there will be a faster lap. However, that was our effort immediately into a lot of understeer. But never mind. All right, so Shadow's going for the wide. I'm going for the wide line now as well because I could not get the truck turned. I thought I could, but I could not. Actually, I don't have to go for the wide line. I actually can cut across. We've lost a lot of time. We're going to lose a lot of time anyway because we've got no momentum because I missed the corner. So we're going to hope for some vehicles falling over on the destroyed part. That is the goal. I don't think we're going to see. We might see a couple. Most of the, you know, people have figured out. You can still get unlucky through here, but most of us have figured out the way over here. Oh no! I was trying to send it because it was my only chance of making up places. Could have maybe. Should have lifted a bit more. Why you're just insistent on being a motorbike? Climbed an entire hill on two wheels because it just decided, you know what you really need to do? Be a motorbike and sit on two wheels the entire way. Whoa, that's a lot of airtime. Oh, Shadow's met a tree. I mean, trees are nice and everything, but they're not what you want to find. Oh, I've met a Bumpy. I'm very wobbly. I'm still a motorbike. But Bumpy tried to murder us. I'm going to claim. Oh, we got one more lap. Bumpy definitely tried to murder us at that point. We were suddenly going very fast towards... I don't know how we didn't actually murder Shadow, to be honest with you. We were going very quickly towards the back of that truck. Right. We will head up the hill here. We will pass Shadow, I think, in theory. Ewan's taken victory from Ninetales in this one. Hopefully they are in the correct vehicles. We don't want any cheaty buggers in this. Now, no motorbike action this time around, please. Just please stay on your wheels the whole time. I think it's a forlorn hope. That was good. That was good. We landed that very nicely. We're going to land that one very nicely. We're going to land that one very nicely. We're going to land that one quite nicely. And hey! That, by far and away, the best we got over that section. We could be on for a good lap here, you know. If we don't completely beans it up down this section, especially if we get some slipstream down here. Oh, man, it's desperate to tip over, is this vehicle. Oh, it's going to be a run to the line between me and Stig. And Lado is going to get pushed across the line because, well, we got pushed into Lado trying to beat Stig. Well, Lado was waiting in the Vagrant, to be fair. And then we pushed Lado across the line. No, technically, yes, we got fastest lap. Woohoo! It was, whoever was second got a very quick lap time. So yeah, Lado was waiting, and we managed. Stig beat us, and we managed to push Lado between me and Stig as well. Oh, bloody hell! Well done, Ewan, for taking victory in that one. Junes were first and second, so Ewan and Ninetales were legit. Danger Man gets a podium as well in that one. Yeah, I mean, so we actually, we got fastest lap of the race, 21.3. It would have been that final lap, to be honest. That was, we had an absolutely abysmal start to that, and we kind of recovered. We recovered for a stunning lap at the end. We had a good little fight, actually, with Shadow, with Bumpy, with Stig. It's a shame. We had that run. We had a run, but it was a little bit too late to do anything. And we got the fast lap of the race. It's not like I could have done too much more at the end to put us in. I mean, you know, I guess we could have gone even faster, but yeah, it's not like we could have done that much more to really get us into that fight. I'm going to sneeze. There we go. But yeah. Right. Let's do that. Okay, so it is Outlaw or Vagrant, whatever the damn thing was called. I've forgotten. And I've got really itchy eyes going on. I think my hay fever is deciding to play up this evening. Never what you want. never what you want while trying to race. Especially not trying to race on a destroyed bridge. And again. Oh, yeah. Can definitely tell you the hay fever has turned up right now. We're doing alright today. It was iffy Thursday. Or Friday, one of the days. To be fair, it didn't help. One of the days, we're out walking dogs, and the farmers were cutting down a field. And it was one of those... anyone else who suffers from hay fever and so on will probably know what I mean. When the farmers are cutting down the fields, or someone's cutting down the fields and so on. And you can walk past, and you can essentially smell the hay fever, because there's so much pollen and crap being thrown about that you can just smell that hay fever is going to have problems at that point. And yeah, that was less fun. And when I was trying to sort out my house as well, I was trying to cut the lawn the other day. Again, same thing. You can kind of just smell the hay fever was about to kick in. But yeah, that is definitely there. It's been getting worse as the stream has gone on. But, yeah. Well. Here we go. I don't know if we'll get anybody else connected to this. So, we will get things started. So, yeah, we're using the Outlaw now for this one. Let us confirm the settings and let us begin. We will see what happens. I'm not going to say we're going to do better, because you never know. Right, here it is, the Outlaw. So these things won't topple over in the same way. they will probably race quite well around this track. They've got some weird characteristics. I think these have wacky slipstream, to be honest. It's not I don't think it's the worst on these. But there we go. Hello, cat. Which one are you? Can't see. It's dark. Evie? Yep, it's Eve. She's here to cause chaos. Right, we have... I think some people that were in the Outlaws are now in Dunes this time around. We will get off and out of the way of a ladder. Right, run! Run, little outlaw. Drake, with all the speed in the world, is... Oh! Well, I guess that works, but... Gliska... So, I think the Dune is actually a little faster in a straight line. Why on earth would you ever go that way, you moron? I'm gonna guess they might have had some slipstream assistance, but you're on the inside. Why on earth would you ever go straight on at that point? Unless you've got so much slipstream assistance you physically can't get stopped. You'd never want to go straight on at that point. Oh! Hello! Well, I stopped. Someone behind did not stop. Or ladders off the bridge. Yeah, I mean, I realised where we were going to jump into that group, and I slowed to try and match their speed, and we got away with actually landing in the pack. Someone behind punted us and caused absolute chaos. I don't know what happened. We did not see it. But there we go. We're going to land on... No, we're not going to land on you. It's been iffy, the start of this. However, we are still in the fight in many ways. Oh, no, 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 tree. Come on, wheels, go. For God's sake. I was trying to give space to the other vehicles, and the second I took off, I knew we were in trouble, but you can't do anything. The only thing I could... Maybe if I'd grabbed the handbrake and twisted it, we could have sorted it out. But we were always going to hit the tree. The only thing I could have done is use the handbrake, flat spin the car, so we hit the tree with the rear. It would have just spun us, I think. Which might have been the better option. Might have been better to spin rather than the roll. I don't really know. It's one of those... You can guess at what might happen, but you're not gonna. You're never gonna know. I think either is pretty bad. We will though have some big slipstream. We know this vehicle is very powerful in the slipstream. Actually, I forgot how ridiculous the catch-up was with this car. As you can see by the fact that one good straight, and we are suddenly back with the leaders. I didn't want to go take that other route, but honestly, with how much busyness there was going on, I probably should have done. Oh crap! We did, I think, just fire Danger Man backwards. Did we land on Danger Man's car and just fling them backwards? I think somehow we did. That's ridiculous. Oh, someone else has hit the tree. I think that's the same tree. Newt is carrying 1,000,000 miles an hour. Yeah, the catch-up in the slipstream is so powerful in the Outlaw that if you fall behind, this race is very different to falling behind in the Dune. Because you just will get back into the fight because they are so slow on their own. Which is, I mean, is going to... Like, with Danger Man getting essentially fired backwards somehow, they'll be back in the fight by the end of the lap, which is great for them. We are going to take the tight line. Ewan got crossed up with a load of oversteer. Small Man can take the lead, that's fine. We're not going to fight that too much. Ewan can do it, and then we'll just go back to playing Leapfrog, although Ewan with a huge twitch. I almost followed, because I was carrying a lot of speed through there as well, and also got an equally big twitch, or could have had an equally big twitch had I not seen Ewan getting in trouble. There are cars above us carrying a lot of speed that are about to drop down, and we get a push from behind. Oh, crap. Oh, no, no. Oh. Oh, I hope someone had a really good idea, because I didn't. About to unstick that car. Yeah, there's a lot of airtime, caused a lot of problems. Nope. Nope. Salmon go that way. Bumpy, or Bumpy's turn to do the flick my car around, and now we're getting punted about. We are pointing the right way. Slightly less infuriating with this, because at least it does... This doesn't roll and go on two wheels. the plus point. It does spin randomly. By the end of this lap, we'll probably be back up at the front anyway, because the slipstream is so powerful. All we need is, you need a clean half a lap, and you will probably catch back up to the pack, because these are so slow on their own. And they just ping randomly off each other. Just dumb things happen. They get very sideways as well on their own. Very oversteery vehicles. Let's go and sit in the draft. That will do. And then the next one, that will do. It's just slipstream pass, slipstream pass. If we can keep doing that, we're up to 13th already. We would try and pass Bumpy, but Bumpy trying to rejoin the track. I mean, Bumpy has to just pull that car off the wall. Unfortunate it came across the track a bit more than I would have liked, but you know, you've got to recover that, so can't begrudge Bumpy that one. There is shenanigans afoot up ahead. We'll just do a sneaky little bit of curb boosting at the moment. There is nobody above us, which is fine. Although, honestly, the aerial overtakes are way scarier. Both Bumpy and Chris managed to try and land on us in one jump. Oh, and now they've ended up in front of us. No, don't go off that bit. Christ. Oh, mind the lamppost. Oh, this is a very silly race, this one. I'll tell you that much. Come on. Come on, Outlaw. Here we go. We're still in the top 10, and we can see the lead pack. We might be there by the end of the race, because we've got one more lap to go. I think we stand a chance of being in the fight. We're 8th at the moment. We stand a chance of being in the battle at the end. Now, there's no guarantee that that's going to last, because we've seen what happens. We've got big slipstream through here. It's going to be what happens on the aerial assaults. Does anybody land on other vehicles? Do I get pinged around? Do we land on other cars and bounce around randomly? Does seem like there's a bit of a gap. There's a couple of cars behind us, Valentine and Stig, and then there's a fairly big gap behind that. So it's probably going to be one of us 9 that will win this race, barring the weirdest of circumstances, which is GTA. They're always possible. Unlikely, but possible. Do I do something mad here? I'm gonna try something. No, oh no, I'm an idiot. Ah, it could have worked. I forgot I had, because I hadn't been taking that line, I forgot I had to steer more. Oh, it was such a good idea as well. So I didn't want to get tangled up and get nudged again in the air. So I was gonna go my own route, knowing that there could be problems, and then there could be a slight bit more issues. It was a gamble for a win. I mean, it's kind of worth a try. I don't think we were going to win otherwise, and that could have been if I'd remembered I needed to steer more to the right. It could have worked. It didn't. It was an idea. Damn it. I wonder how it could have gone had I made that work. But there we go. There we go. That is how it is. Ninetales claims another victory. Longbow is second. Stevie is third. And a mute. Ewan, Dangerman, Smallman, Fred, Shadow, and Unforgiving would round out the top 10. Yeah. Ah, well, it was, as I said, it was one of those. It was worth a go. Try it, see what happens. And in the end, did not quite pan out that way. I mean, it's a really cool map. It's a little bit difficult to race on because it's very silly and bumpy and wibbly and all that. But it's really well made for what it is. A very interesting idea for a racetrack. Anyway, donations. I always read them before I got distracted. Christian Sweden, thank you for the donation. Koenigsegg only used the Ghost logo in the cars that are built in certain buildings. That was used by the Swedish Air Force Squadron that had this Ghost as their logo on the planes. Using that Ghost is a nod to that building's history. Oh, okay, I didn't know. I thought they hid the Ghost on lots of cars, on all their cars. But that's actually really cool. That is really cool. I like that. I have seen... What one have I seen? One of the ones that Goodwood had it on. I remember filming it, is what made me think of it. But yeah, I did think they put that logo on all the cars. But yeah, that's cool. Did not know that. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. So at the 2015 first drive event for the facelift MG6, project manager Andrew Lowerson told the assembled press, "When you sit in the MG6, it won't be as good as a Skoda Octavia, but it is £7,000 cheaper than the equivalent Skoda Octavia." He was sacked the same day. Oh, I mean, he's honest, I guess. I don't know. I feel like, right, there's two ways that marketing plan goes, right? Plan number one is you get fired. Plan number two is you say that, it goes viral, and it actually works really well. You probably still get fired, but it might go really well, and the fact that I've never heard about that before means that one didn't plan out. Oh, yeah, that's not the... It's not the best way to go, is it? That's not... yeah, like, I appreciate the honesty and all that. I do. However, as far as ideas... yeah. Oh, dearie me. Also, Gordon Fan, thank you very much for the donation. Saying when you put your slipstream in, your brakes are out, you crash it all about, and you roll around. That's what FailRace is all about. Pretty much. That very, very accurately sums up FailRace. All in one go, right there. So nicely done. We'll have probably time for one more race. Where can we go? Where shall we finish on? Just having a flick through. I can't remember what some of these tracks are. Oh, shall we go to an old... This is a really old track. You know what? Screw it. We haven't been to the Roval for so long. Let's have a go. I've still got the sneezes going on. Bloody hell. Yeah. Oh, not very nice. But yeah, okay, so we'll go for the Roval. We might have time for 2 races. We'll try and get everybody in. I will just have a quick fart about on top drives. No, I'm not going to win the car. The Arish F1 or something or other. I'm not going to be winning it. However, if I can just get a carbon fiber. This is one of those finals that I'm not winning it. I've not got a great hand, so I'm not very fussed. When it comes to top drives, so you're picking. I at least will pick and choose my battles. If there's a prize car I don't care about, then funnily enough, I don't really fight. It's not worth. It's not worth it. I don't know. Some of you don't play top drives and all of that. In which case, fair enough. You won't know what on earth I'm talking about. We can invite all from last job. Hopefully, they will go through. I really hope this is locked to cars. I believe it is. It's been a while. I think Muscle must be the... No, it would be Sports, I would imagine, would be the... I've forgotten the name of the car. The NASCAR. Whatever the damn thing is called. I can't remember what it's called in here. But, yeah, I think that might be sports cars rather than... Muscle. What would Muscle be? It might be the Burger Shot Stallion and the racing, the Pisswasser Dominator and the... Is it Redwood Gauntlet, I think? Yeah. This is a really cool... If you haven't driven this track before, it's a really cool circuit. I think it was one of the very early tracks that was submitted for GTA streams. That, hopefully, will be open... I keep saying eventually it'll get opened, but that is where this came from. from old streams long ago. Yeah, that is where it came from. Old streams, and yeah, this was an early submission that was actually, just a genuinely really very, very good track. So yeah, we'll run a 6-lap race. Let's go for it. I don't know if we're waiting on anybody. If you do, want to get in, try messaging you and we'll try and get you in. If it is just for the final race, then so be it. Yeah. Customs on. Don't want those. It should all be locked as far as I'm aware. 6 laps may be a bit short. We'll go 7. Screw it, I don't know what muscle car we're in though. 7 laps should be a good fun race. Generally a good track. Right. Let's begin. Kaiser, thank you very much for the donation. Saying a haiku for the GTA racing. Alexander steers wide. Gliska rear ends in a dune. The house is on fire. I think that's a haiku. I'm new to them. I think so. Haiku, isn't it? Haiku is a certain amount of syllables or certain amount of something. But that is a very accurate. That is a very accurate description of just about every GTA stream, to be honest. So there we go. Right, race up. Can we get win 604 tonight? Maybe. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. So we've got lots of dominators. Is anybody gone for the gauntlet? Someone will have done. I couldn't see any, but there's bound to be some. Well, there is one directly behind me. I mean, I like, of course, I like the fact we've got a FailRace logo at turn 1. Right, here we go. This track quite wide. There's a couple of, I say, sketchy corners. There's a couple of corners that are quite challenging, and we'll end up trying to fit 5 cars wide through them, and it doesn't work. Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. The Dominator wants to slide around. It wants to also be a motorbike. Oh, I'm so glad I got quite a big lead there, because we could actually bounce around on 2 wheels and be slow and not get overtaken by everybody, but also, more importantly, not collect the entire pack. Because, yeah, we made the most of having the lead. We used up our margin, but, yeah, we use it safely. Right, this is the section that can be really dicey. It's quick. Should be flat out. Certainly for the leader, you'll be flat out through here. Further back, it's more difficult. You can overtake, you can go too wide through there, but it's difficult. It's sketchy. And then we're on this very lightly banked corner, and a couple more turns before the end of the lap. Good overtaking spot here. You will see, I imagine, because it's not a long run to the line. You can slipstream past someone to the finish line, but it's rare. It's really rare. I say it's really rare. No, it is difficult because it is just not a particularly big straight. So most of the passes will be done coming off the second part of the banking. So that corner there will be critical in the closing stage. We've got a nice lead. Me, Stig, and Danger Man have run away from the field. It helps when you can do that. It's a massive help that you can. We can pull this big lead car sliding all over the place. But Stig will jump the curb a bit. We will... Yeah, I mean, you get away with it. You'll lose a little bit of time on some of these curbs. Crane is doing quite well driving a Gauntlet Classic. That is a choice, that's for sure. Danger Man's right behind. So the 3 of us have got a breakaway going on. Danger Man's going to look, but you're not going to find a pass there. It's not going to happen. You're just better off. I mean, if you've got a really good run, you can do it. You're mostly best off focusing on your exit and either passing on the inside, or, I mean, if you want to go around the outside here, go for it. It's off this corner is where you're likely to see passes happen. Danger Man not quite close enough to do anything. We will weave our way through the final corner, and you can see it's so difficult to get a slipstream run to the line. Danger Man will pass, but it's after the finish line. Even with what was a good run and a good setup, all through that. It's not quite close enough. So, yeah, your passes are going to have to be done, I think, before the final corner. We both slid, I say slightly less than anyone else. Stig is right there involved as well. I don't quite know what's gone on into... Did I turn catch-up off by accident? Maybe? Because us three are just miles out in front. Oh, we've got slipstreaming very clearly on. Okay, maybe I have. Because, yeah, either that or they're also busy fighting one another that they are not able to join this battle. I'm just having a big lift. There's no... we saw last time. There's no real point going for the pass down here. It's actually quite difficult to follow. We are still... This has just been the stream of cars that want to be bikes. That was a ridiculous two-wheel moment. Not quite close enough to set it up for a pass. Stig is going to try and fire it around the outside. I mean, you can do that. Whoa, both me and Danger Man got massively out of shape. Stig was on a tight line, and essentially that would have prevented anybody from finding a way past Danger Man because we were fighting each other too hard over second place. That is something we've got to watch out for. You know, we can end up... Well, Stig was on a really tight line through there. We can end up costing each other so much time fighting over second that the leader will get away when it comes to the critical points on the circuit. Could we? No, we're still trying to be a motorbike. You've got a bit of a bad run through there. You're not close enough to have a look. Slipstream kind of died through all of that. Wide. A little bit wide of the apex, a little bit of wheel spin. Just going to drop us back slightly. Again, we'll get out of here quickly. Stig's in a really awkward place because I'm always getting slipstream from Danger Man. Stig can't really make a pass Stig anywhere easily. Likewise, I can't really make a pass Stig. If we can get a great shot out of here, which we do, Danger Man's just going to cover that inside. We might be able to sweep past and get it done. Oh, not quite. We got a big slide. Stig wasn't actually as close as I thought they were going to be. Maybe they had a two-wheel moment out of that chicane. Because I was amazed. We chucked that in with so much speed. We chucked that in with so much speed to make that stick. And it almost didn't. We slid. Danger Man was sliding as well, because I'm pretty sure Danger Man was sideways when they hit us. But yeah, we were all struggling for grip through there on that banked, slightly banked corner. It's not as banked as you want it to be, really. Right. Through here we go. Where are the passes going to come? I mean, it's a great little battle that we have going on here, even if it is only, well, say it's only a three-car battle. Three-car battles are normally more than enough to deal with. Danger Man's looking not quite. It's so tough to pass through some of these infield sections. It's really difficult. There's kind of one line, and unless you've got crazy amount of speed, it's just not going to happen. And then through here is where you do have the speed to do it. It's one line because the track's so narrow and fast, and everyone wants to be a motorbike through here. That was a big jump. Danger Man's got the easier pass, got it to the inside and done early. I'm trying a slightly different approach here, and this is also more of a practice for the final lap. We can swing our car to the inside. It's going to be the long way round for the final corner. That works. That works. We take the lead of the race across the line. There's still 2 laps of this to go. We might get caught by level 8. If we keep fighting like this, I mean, it's astonishing racing, but we might get caught by level 8 if we do this too long. Danger Man is back to the lead of the race. We're going to try and cross underneath. Stig's looking every which way, but of course there's 2 cars already fighting. You can't go. Stig's going to pass me. Drops down on the banked corner. I can't do anything about that, although then drops too low and is slow. We'll take that place back. Thank you very much. Stig went for the lead, ended up losing second place. Danger Man actually did. I thought they were going to cover the inside more. I could have maybe snapped that up the inside there, but did not. It is absolutely nose to tail all the way through this one. Stig looking to the outside. Again, it's not going to happen. You're just going to end up following in a line as you head through the chicane. The most important bit of this track is get the run here, not like that. I've got bobbled, big slide. Danger Man had a big slide as well. Stig had a problem. We all had problems because we were all busy trying to set up the perfect run. I got too greedy on the curb. We lost the back end. Danger Man got quite greedy and slid. but was saved by the fact that I had a big error. Right. No, Danger Man's wide on the final corner. That's good news for me. Level 8's joined the battle. It's going to be a 4-car battle as we head on to the final lap of the race. Who will be in the right place at the right time for this? I don't know. We've overdriven turn 1 a little, but it's not actually the worst place to end up overdriving the car. You'll get away with it. The banking will save us a bit through here. Danger Man is right there. But we'll probably have to sit and wait through this section because there's just not really a line. We will park it on the inside. Now, will a car want to try and be brave going through the chicane? I doubt anyone's going to want to. Everyone knows the risks, right? You know the risk of trying to pass in the chicane. It can be done, it has been done. But it's very dangerous. Now, if you're behind and you can get out of the chicane well, you do have a good shout. I might get saved by backmarker cars here, because we may well be able to use, although Danger Man's going to look, it's a long way round for a Danger Man here. We're going to send it across the grass, but we slide. It's a big kick of oversteer for us. It's a drag race to the line between me and Danger Man, and I don't know, I think Danger Man got it. It was a photo finish fitting of a race like that. Oh, Danger Man did just... What a race. What a race. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's Stig unlucky. Where did level 8 come from? Because level 8 must have been on the inside, maybe. Or maybe I got... No, Stig dropped back at the end. Sorry, I got cars confused. Oh, Stig unlucky, actually, not to get a podium after that. After what was a absolutely fantastic battle between the three of us. Stig is unlucky to end up down in 4th. Good catch-up from level 8 to be right there at the end. That was a lot of fun. That was an amazing race. Sometimes the old classics are the best, but that is a great track for... for racing. I tried to do a little sneaky bit of curb boost. I just got too much... I hit the curb on... it was the grass. I jumped too far. I got too much oversteer on when I hit the ground on that landing to quite make that move work. But we're already talking fractions. It was, less than a 10th separating me and Danger Man. That was a great race. That was a really good race. We'll do one more because I'm enjoying that track. We can have a second round here. Because that was just a lot of fun. Hopefully, well, I say hopefully we can get some more vehicles. It was weird how long we spent on our own at the front. Obviously, there must have been some kerfuffle further back that managed to get us far enough away, keep us out of trouble. But there we go. I mean, it made life much simpler for us. 3-car battle, so much easier. So much easier to deal with. But there we go. Drake, thank you very much for the donation. Saying Limerick time, enjoy. Alex was racing at a faster pace while Lado did cheat by messing with his shoelace. Brazen did smile as Amy sent out a file. But Ninetales was glad he was in for first place. This has been a fun night as always. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I mean... I'm sometimes fast. Ninetales often wins. So if Lado could find a way to cheat, it does happen. Yeah, I've enjoyed. I mean, we always enjoy some racing on here. Catch up is definitely on, right? Yeah, that's. I mean, how fast level 8 was going at the end, it did seem to work. Yeah, we've had some genuinely very, very good races. We've had plenty of exciting battles. We've had some very silly battles along the way. Right, I think we are going to be good to go into the final race of the stream. Hopefully we can have... I think it's going to be the Hot Ring Sabre, if I remember correctly, which... Pretty good car to race. I'm trying to think if there's anything weird about it. I think they bump draft okay. They're not the best. Not that that's going to happen around this track. It's not a track that works for that. It's too... twisty, funnily enough. It won't work for that. Oh, no, it's not the Hot Ring. It is... What category is that in? Don't know. Massacro and Jester. Well, these are great. These are another, FailRace classic, so to speak. we will go back to... last time I had this selection, I drove the Jester, which is terrible. We've got to go back to our old favourite, the Massacro. Yeah, well, I mean, it won't be bump drafting with these, of course. As I said, though, even if they could, it's not the track for it. So, we will see what will happen. I think we've got Danger Man behind us again. So, we're probably going to go... we may well end up going back to a similar race, but who knows? It could be, you know, epic 3-car duels. It could be the whole pack trying to find a way past. Who knows? Danger Man leads. Well, we've got a familiar sight. It's me versus Danger Man at the front of the field. We've actually had a really good run through there as well. We've pulled a gap while they were all fighting each other. The wide line doesn't really work here. You can't sweep off the banking to make that one stick. Oh, that's a little bit too much grass through there. I think these cars, if I remember rightly, these do pose a little bit more of a chance for overtakes in places. I seem to remember, if we get it right, these pose a little bit more of a chance. I think they can get like a bigger slipstream run here, for example, and get the pass done before the chicane. I seem to remember that being a thing that could happen. Although, with that little bit of curb boost mid-corner, you're unlikely to really see anybody. The lead car will pull a gap, I think, enough that you're unlikely to see somebody get enough of an overspeed. Is Danger Man going to send that? No, Danger Man's going to go around the outside again. Oh, that's a good... Okay, well, that got clear of us all the way through that. So, we've just continued this race exactly where we left off. The last one, although Level 8 is here once more. Gliska has joined instead of Stig. It's another bluey-coloured car, at least, that has come to join. We are nicely through that section, actually. We can just that little tiny bit of curb boost, although we get to understeer. Kind of want to widen up that corner, but the second you do, someone always dives underneath you. Gliska with a very brave pass. Good pass. I'm going to have to lift and let them in, and that's going to maybe let Level 8 past. We're now stuck fighting a losing battle on the outside, yeah. Gliska, that was a great pass. Although, all of that undone. That's Level 8. There was a gap to try and sneak past. It just didn't quite work. That's really unfortunate for Gliska. That was such a great pass on us. And, yeah, it's all gone a little bit wrong. We have got the exit on the chicane, as kind of expected, really, although Level 8's got to get that brave. So the problem is, when you're on a really tight line like I had there, I have to shrug off so much speed mid-corner so I don't understeer up into Level 8. The lead's changed hands 3 times in one bloody corner. Ninetales has come to join in the party as well now. It's all go. It's all go up here. Ninetales, I think, just cut all the way across. That was the full-on elevator move from top to bottom, but it's not going to last. We'll get the curb boost, but it's also going to be really pinned down on the inside. We'll understeer. We're going to duck underneath. Danger Man's going to follow us. Level 8 is going to sit in behind. Can't do anything. We will lead off the banking. Good line through here. Little bit like that. That's just a little bit of two-wheeled antics. That's all fine. We can deal with that. That's good. Danger Man's going to get underneath. I'm just going to have I just took just a momentary pause before turning in there because I realised there was going to be a car there, and it was actually better for me to let them go sensibly than fight it and get stuck, maybe losing more than one position. It's such a slingshot through there. And it's going to be exactly the same pass, however, because Level 8's right here. We've got to be really careful. Oh, Level 8 wants to go up top. Oh, God. Cars want to go top, cars want to go bottom. It's a lot more difficult to defend all of these cars, and I think these cars are faster. So they're getting more of an effect from the slipstream than the Gauntlets did. Again, it's so difficult to do much out of that final corner, as we found out. We're going to drop to 4th almost immediately. There's a lot of cars. This is going to be a lot busier a race than it was last time. We can sneak it past. We're going to make this one work, actually. So we're on the outside of Level 8, through there. As long as we don't, I had a little tap on the brakes, because I knew I was going to understeer, which is why we had that little tap on the brakes. Danger Man, I don't think, was quite expecting it. We will let Level 8 in, because if we don't, we're going to get really slowed down going through the chicane. We might actually be able to just sneak a pass to the inside. Yeah, you can't really do that with the Gauntlets. They never got close enough. The Gauntlets and Dominators never really got close enough to make that one work. Oh, no one was going to want to lift here. Told you it could be done side by side, but it's really not advantageous to anybody. Danger Man's going to make the most of that one. Oh, we got a tag. We got a tag from Ninetales, maybe. And my car just wanted to steer left. That's not ideal. We're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. However, we have got some work to be doing. Liam's going to sweep down. You've got to be careful on that line. Oh, Lalo's there. No. Oh, bloody hell. It's trying to deal with 3 cars wide in that final section is a pain in the arse. We've got a lot of momentum. Now, if we can get... I've got to try and do this absolutely perfectly. And it's... not quite. It's not quite enough. We were alongside Liam. I wanted to try and maintain that momentum and like launch myself towards that front pack because you don't have the time around this circuit, or you don't have the space necessarily to be able to slipstream past a bunch of cars on a lap. Unlike some of that circuit where I went from the back to the front in a lap, you can't do that here. Even with the field close together, you just can't because of how difficult it is to pass. Mute leads the way at this one. We are going to be a little further back. I'm just more setting up to get a good line through here. I mean, we're going to try and get the car... Oh, so much slipstream there. Almost pulled me straight. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We can leapfrog 2 cars, which puts us up. Mute, big slide for Mute. Mute might be about to lose a bunch of places. We can sneak our way back through. I think Danger Man leads. Liam took a lot of grass through there. And we got one more lap to go. No slipstream for me. But yeah, one more lap to go here. Danger Man's just lost out a little bit across the start-finish line. We are going to be on this outside line through there. It's inside through here. Level 8 clipped the barrier and lost a bunch of momentum. Difficult place to try and rejoin. Liam's leading the way now. We are on the outside. I'm not actually really looking for a pass there. I was just happy to take that line. Liam's bouncing around in the air. We've got a good bit of speed. Don't really want to go for the dive. I wasn't close enough to have a dive through there. Ewan's looking, but will be on the wrong side through here. Now, we will get a little bit of oversteer. We're all going to get the curb boost. I've got the slipstream. Ewan, what are you doing, you fool? If you're going to try go side by side through there, I am going to make sure that I am fine. I don't care how your car ends up. I care about how my one does. So, yeah, if you're going to take it side by side, you always run the risk. Is that Glisker's looking up high. Now, we want to hold Glisker as high as we can through this final corner. I don't really want to get too much grass through all of this. Glisker sends it. We are all running to the line. I don't know who's going to get it. It's even more ridiculous photo finish. I think Glisker did again. I think we get second. Oh, we got third. Jeez, Liam beat us. That would be an absolutely stunning photo finish. Because Glisker launched it, so our outside line didn't work. That was crazy. Yeah. That was crazy. Danger Man ends up 4th. Ninetales is 5th. Oh, bloody hell. Jamie is 6th ahead of Sting. Ewan ends up 8th ahead of Longbow. And Salmon is down in 10th. Bumpy just outside the top 10. What a finish. That is so close. That's 2 astonishing finishes right there. Yeah. Thousandths of a second separating the top 2. We were there. We just ran out of... yeah, we just ran out of space to make that one work. Great battle. That's such a good track. That is such a good track. That was so much fun. Yeah, Danger Man had a load of speed at the end there, but we were already 3 wide and 2 of us were on the grass, so there was nowhere Danger Man could have gone. Pretty sure the Jester was doing a wheelie at some point down there. Oh, there we go. There we go. That is a good note. That is a good note to be ending the stream on. Also, Lucas, thank you very much for the super chat, saying I want a cheese car. I mean, do you want a cheddar or? I mean, I feel like cheddar would be the best material to build a cheese car out of. Like brie would be all wibbly wobbly. Stilton would kind of fall apart. I feel like cheddar has some structural rigidity. Sure, we'll make a car out of cheese. Or we can have a really big cheese, have a big robot that flips stuff. But there we go. There we go. That is unfortunately, that is going to be the end of this stream. I hope you have enjoyed this this session. There's been some wonderful racing. There's been some silly racing, of course. There's been some terrible luck, and there has been some very good luck along the way. So yeah, I do hope you have enjoyed these races. It was fun to go back to the Roval circuit. I'd forgotten how good that circuit could be, how good those races could go. But yeah, that is going to be it for this stream. Of course, a very, very big thank you to everybody who donated. I think I read everything out. I do apologise if I missed any. Sometimes super chats go a little awry. But I think I read everything out. But if I did miss something, I do apologise. However, it is all, greatly, greatly appreciated, of course. And thank you all just for hanging about, for spending your Sunday evening, afternoon with us here, messing about on GTA 5, doing some racing and all that. That, though, yeah, is going to be it from me. I will be back next week. I will be back on Wednesday. With some more Crusader Kings, the legend of High Chieftain Stevie and the potential conquest of Poland will continue on Wednesday. So yeah, hope folks will be around to watch that one. That should be an interesting, weird time. And Gordon fan, thank you very much for the donation. Saying good night and cheese wedge soapbox car from Zekist. Ah yeah, that would work. That would work. There is a cheese wedge soapbox car on that game. And on that note, yeah, it's going to be time to end the stream. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye. Alex doesn't recycle. Jesus, you scared the crap out of me. I thought I'd hear you come up the stairs, but no.